Mic check. Moment here. Getting my game pulled up. Sorry, I'm running a little late today. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Sunday Football here on Darwin's Raven. We've got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens, of course, today. Baltimore does have the ball currently. 11:30 left here in the first quarter. Again, my apologies for getting started a little bit late here. Their first drive, 4 passes, 2 rush, 61 yards. They are in the red zone. Ball on the 15-yard line. Of course, big story this game, though. Deshaun Watson suffering, of course, the ACL injury, or was an ACL, I'm sorry, Achilles injury last week. So no Deshaun. Lamar rolling out right here. Got a little bit of time. We've got a flag coming in late. He's going to run out of bounds on the right side. And we've got 2 flags coming in late. So I'm guessing this is going to be a holding penalty backing up the Ravens. Let's wait and see what the call is. Of course, Rashad Bateman looking to continue his big weeks. He's through the past 3 games, 12 catches for 250 yards and a touchdown. Let's see what the call is. There's fouls by each team on the play. Those fouls offset. And, of course, apparently Isaiah Likely was uncovered on the play, so essentially in legal formation. And that's what there's something to keep an eye on. Jordan Stout focused on getting the ball off quicker. 1.8 seconds. Apparently he's had too many. Dude, whoever CBS, this game quality is garbage. Like absolute garbage. Good thing to see Zay Flowers out there, who was listed questionable all week. A little fake screen. Lamar going to the end zone and almost intercepted. The safety Delpit was not fooled on that play, and this might be holding against the Ravens, so bring it on back again. And it is. And it's against Ronnie Stanley. Uncharacteristic penalty against our starting left tackle. But you know coming into this game that Myles Garrett was one of the guys to watch. Let's watch here. Yep, I mean, that's the correct call. Ravens, of course, 36-14 all time against the Cleveland Browns, but Cleveland has won 3 out of the last 5, so it's not open shut book here. Zay, the man in motion, right. Lamar, quick screen set up to Likely. Good blocking by McCary downfield. I'm sorry, Linderbaum, and he's going to be tackled at what looks like the 11-yard line, so 10 minutes left here in the first quarter as the Ravens get a nice chunk of that penalty yardage back with the screen. Of course, on the Browns, you picked up Pittman. Nice. Of course, for the Browns offense, not only Jameis Winston coming in here going to be a big difference compared to Deshaun Watson, but of course the Browns have Kevin Stefanski, head coach, has relinquished play calling duties to Ken Dorsey, who's now taking over. The big question is, would Ken Dorsey come out of the gate aggressive in this game to make a statement? Jackson getting pressured, buying time, and Andrews makes a diving catch just short of the. It's 4th and 1 in the red zone. Lamar falling backwards, basically, gets that ball up to Andrews, and good catch. Dangerous throw, but good throw, good catch. Munkins calling something up. Ravens are going to go for it on 4th and 1. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. This could be a huge momentum piece for the rest of this game. Ravens 4 of 5 on 4th down this season, looking to make it 5 out of 6. Henry, oh no, Henry with a wildcat, and it's blown up. They're going to lose yardage on the play, and that was a bad play call. And like that, they're saying that in the booth. I don't like this call. And like they said, there's no threat of the pass as much. There was no wide receivers. There was no other threat. It was easy to see that every linebacker could see where is Henry going and let's just blow this up. And of course, because it's not a toss style play where Henry has, even further back and can like really take time to let the offensive lineman set up the blocks, read them, and make a move. This is wildcat, from the shotgun snap. Like, there's not a lot of room to make a read. That's not Henry's running style. Henry's running style is not very quick explosive. Like, if you tell Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry to change direction, Lamar's going to win that 10 out of 10 times probably. But if you let Henry get up to speed going downfield at full stride as a big 6'3" man, you're going to see a different type of speed from Henry. I'm the same type of way. When I was younger, guys, I talk about it a little bit. I'm like 6'3". One of the things I struggled with as a 6'3" player was acceleration out of my breaks. Whenever I made my cut as a wide receiver, I needed to explode out of my break. But of course, let me get up to my full stride length, like on a go route, and I've got tricky deep speed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when we're on commercial break, so I'm gonna talk about it here. I used to do this all the time to DBs that weren't used to playing against me. And like if you weren't here for a Wednesday show, we talked about on every Sunday, we used to have 28 guys show up at this park, and we would play 7-on-7s, flag football, best of 3, and just rotating teams out because, it didn't. But anyway, we had a guy that played a little bit of college quarterback for us for a while, and like it would just be so funny because we'd have someone new back at safety on the other team, and like the other team would tell me like, watch Raven do it in the purple, like, and they look at me like, nah, he not gonna run, but I mean like, no, he's faster than he looks. And what my favorite thing to do was I knew I could, with my long steps, what I do or what I call it long striding. So I take extremely long and powerful steps. It almost looks like I'm gliding and not touching the ground because I'm maxing my stride length as much as I can, but also like very If it only works if they're playing off coverage, non-press. And then once you're about 5 steps deep, change your step stride from that long step to the short steps you use to build acceleration. And all of a sudden, I'd be 10 yards deep and the safety just can't get a reading or a gauge on my speed. And you know what they say? If you're even, they're leaving. And I would put my head down, change my step stride to a short step to gain speed quicker, and then re-engage into my longer, normal strides. And yeah, I blew past safeties all the time. Oh, Winston pressured and a throw. What a throw. Kyle Hamilton saying it hit the ground, and Joku saying it catch. They're holding it as a catch with 8 minutes left here, and Joku motioning, I need to sub out. So let's see here. And that's a catch. That's a solid catch. That is a great catch by Njoku. You can't even be mad at that. Like, we've got my 4 shots of espresso here. We're about to start drinking. We about to go live, son. Corner blitz. And Winston never sees it coming. They're lucky they were setting up a screen to Chubb, and he was able to put it at Chubb's feet. Good play call by the Browns, but better play call by the Ravens there. I mean, and this is Jameis basically, like, you've got to get after him. It's as simple as that. If you rattle him, it'll probably go in your favor here. Of course, the Ravens are tied with the Steelers for 5-2 at the top of the AFC North, really looking to take command of the AFC North with this game. Early lead, by the way, Cincinnati Bengals up 7-0 on the Phillies. Ravens bring another blitz here. Chubb running left. Oh, he breaks through the line. Ravens had good containment and then able to gain several yards out of it, but should have been no gain. Houston up 3-0. Trying to get my game center up. 3rd and 5 for Cleveland. 6:50 here on the clock. Ball on the 36-yard line. Number 20 motioning back into the backfield. Trips right here. I think that's Enoku, the solo left guy. Winston looking right, and that's an easy throw here. I don't know if that was Sticks concept on the right side there, but the inside guy, is that not DJ Moore? I'm sorry. God, I'm trying to remember which Moore that is. Is it Sky Moore now over there in Cleveland? Either way, he just runs a quick little simple curl route, easy read. I mean, and if you give that zone or that cushion there, like, since 1981, the Browns' 3rd down conversion, 36.1. That's the worst in NFL history. And handoff going up the middle, and was good run by Chubb. It was either Beak or Tavius Robinson was the first man to get a hand on him there. I thought it was Beak, but then later I thought it was, of course, the Browns, poor Browns. 5 O-linemen on IR. They're also without their starting left tackle usually, Willis Jr. No Jordan Harris, they're starting, Jordan Hicks, I'm sorry, they're starting middle linebacker. Their lawn snappers on IR. No Quentin Jefferson today. No Hickman, their safety. Ford's out. They've been having some issues, and Brent Urban coming off the field for the Ravens here. And of course, I hate to say this, Raven fans. I told everyone I wasn't a huge fan of Deontay Hardy, and now Hardy's on IR. Of course, for the Ravens, Rasheem Ali out, TJ Tampa out, Marlowe's out, Nate Wiggins is out, Ojabo's out. But on the good side, Keaton Mitchell, Jalen Armour-Davis, and Arthur Mollett back practicing this week from IR. So that's great news for the Ravens. Little play action. Jameis, good pocket, going to the right side, floating ball, and able to get that ball in. Kyle Hamilton trying to get it out. And that ball seemed like it was floating in the air forever here. Let's watch this here. And that's a little out route by one wide receiver, a go route by the other, and Kyle Hamilton right there making a play. And Jerry Jeudy just with a strong catch for the Cleveland Browns. I formation, strong left here for the Browns. Number 3, the motion man, headed right. And they're going to run that way towards the motion, and Chubb with a good gain, 5-6 yards. And we've got a flag on the play, and Chubb is showing that he knows how to run. And we've got holding on the offense, so that's going to back up the Browns. 4:42 on the clock. Wyatt Teller. Oh, my God. He almost called them the Bungles on national television. Whoever's calling that game. And that's Jamar Chase, by the way. They're wearing the whiteout jerseys in Philly for that game. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, first touchdown of that game. Five wide look here for the Browns. Empty backfield here on 1st and 20. That's definitely that looked like an illegal motion technically because it wasn't a shift, but whatever. And again, Winston is tearing up the zone coverages right now for the Ravens. And that's Moore again, just sitting down. And someone was telling someone of the other Raven players right there at the end of the play, it looks like there was an obvious miscommunication or question going on at the end of that play. We're going to mark that as well, 3:45. 3 tight ends in the ballgame for the Cleveland Browns. Chubb going to get the handoff and met in the backfield this time. Was pretty good blocking, but Jerome Simpson and Tavius Robinson. I'm sorry, not Jerome Simpson. That was Malik Harrison. My apologies. I got to drink more coffee. My brain is not functioning yet, gentlemen. Apologies. I should say ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Yes, how you doing this Sunday, my boy? You know why we're not doing well? I don't have the gifts queued up. Let me get the gifts ready. That's why. Chubb, 4 rushes for 14 yards. I'm excited in fantasy football for the next few weeks once I get him back. I'm getting him and Jonathan Brooks coming back in some of my leagues. 3rd and 5. Winston looking left, looking right, finds a man, and oh, big hit here by Eddie Jackson, but not after a catch by Tillman. And no Marlon, no Nate Wiggins here for the Ravens today, and it's definitely looking interesting. And Tillman's having a good, like I said, since they traded Amari, Tillman's been getting some good looks. And if Jameis Winston keeps looking to him like this, it's a good drive by the Browns, as much as it pains my heart to say this. Strong left. Let's see if they run it that way. They're going to run the play action that way. Jameis buying time, going over the middle, and oh my God, he threw the ball to Eddie Jackson, and Jackson dropped it. We had an easy interception in the end zone with good returnage yard. And Jameis had a guy open in the back of the end zone. Looks like he thought maybe his wide receiver was going to cut back across the end zone. And instead, his guy did the correct thing and went to the back pylon so he didn't bunch up with the other guy. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. Keep your eyes on the top side of the screen here. Oh, it's going to be a handoff to Chubb. I thought they had favorable lineup on the top right screen for a passing game, to be honest with you, for Cleveland. 150 and ticking. We're all tied up, by the way, in Tampa versus Atlanta. They're all 7-7 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. That's looking like a good game. Tua already up 7-0 on the Arizona Cardinals, and the New England Patriots are up 7-0 on Aaron Rodgers' Jets. 3rd and 6. Ball on the 9-yard line. And they've got some communication issues. Winston's getting them lined up. Njoku still doesn't look like he knows what he's running. Screenplay going right, and blown up on the play by Kyle Hamilton and followed up by Jalen Armour-Davis. Kyle Hamilton literally just blew through his defender and made the tackle playing through his defender. That is wild. Look at him. He is almost 10 yards deep, at least like 9 yards deep off this, and makes the play on this screen. Reads it, comes downhill, blows up his blocker, gets his hands on the wide receiver, and then Jalen Armour-Davis finishes it. Great play here. And we've got the kicker here, Dustin Hopkins for the Browns, to try to put the first points on the board. And it's good, right down the middle. And this breaks my heart. And I hate to say this, if you were here when we went for it on 4th and goal and didn't get it, I said that this is generally speaking, in the past Raven games, when we don't make these type of situations, it is a huge momentum shift usually in the game. And what just happened? We had a huge momentum shift. They went down and scored. But hear me out. I'm not mad at Harbaugh. I'm not going to critique Harbaugh. I agree with the decision that he did. It's super early in the game. It's 0-0. It's 1 yard. I agree with everything John Harbaugh did with coming to the decision and going for it. Now, the play call, just like the operators in the booth, not a fan of. What up, Oak? How you doing, my boy? I saw your Bengals are up already 7-0. Congratulations on that. It's crazy. Drake May's already got a touchdown. Oh, rushing touchdown be it, but not a good look. Not a good look. But who's leading? Cade Otton. Okay. Bucky Irving. I'm hoping that we're going to see Jalen McMillan get used like crazy in that Tampa game, honestly. Jalen McMillan was my one guy like in fantasy football that he wasn't picked up in a lot of leagues, and I was telling everyone, man, go get him. Go get him. Dude had like 8 targets, after the injuries in our game. Did I start Darnell Mooney? Please tell me I started Darnell. Doesn't even matter in fantasy football. In fantasy football, at least in my sleeper league that I run, I kicked someone out of the league because they weren't really playing, and I took over their team. And now, Man, these political ads are wild, bro. Let's see here. How am I doing? Sam Darnold, 18 points. Okay. Anyone? Darnell Mooney's got 3.8. Kyle Pitts already has me 11.6 points. That's dope. That's good stuff. Bucky Irving's got 6 points. Of course, I decided not to start him this week. That figures. I'll slide off camera to hit my pen. I don't buy that the announcers actually watched it. Oh my god, I just cut my foot on my chair. Oh my god. All right, I know what's going on too. I don't have the lanyard on. I don't have the lucky ball to rub. We got to rub the lucky balls. You know what I'm saying? First and 10, power I formation here. 21 personnel for the Ravens. Run going right and nothing on that play. You know, I've been wondering a little bit here if teams are going to start honing in on those outside runs for the Ravens. Those tend to be what are the most successful, these outside toss zone, power rights and stuff like that. And I feel like as a defensive coordinator, it should be a little easier to key in on. And I feel like we just saw there the key to stopping that outside toss power by the Ravens. The first key is whoever is the outside containment guy has got to get back there. You've got to meet Ricard in the backfield is the first key to this. You can't, just like Henry, you can't let them get momentum behind them. If they get 3 to 5 steps fully before they're met, it's going to be a lot harder to stop them. You know what I'm saying? And every time I've seen anyone so far this season stop that outside power, toss, zone, whatever you want to call it, they are generally meeting Ricard at or behind the line of scrimmage by like a half yard or so. And when that happens, Henry doesn't basically. They're creating multiple holes on the outside of this zone by getting their people in space. And Baltimore's offensive linemen have been doing pretty well in space. So if they can't get out there to space, Ricard can't set the edge or get that second level guy, it dramatically hurts the effectiveness of that run. And I feel like we're starting to see some teams do it. But it is a mental toll. I feel like when you're playing this Ravens offense, you have to be so mentally aware all the time. If you miss your cue one time, it is probably going to cost your team 60 yards. If you slightly forget that, hey, I have to always keep an eye out for this outside power zone, and I have to be ready to go just smash my helmet into Patrick Ricard's chest. It's as simple as that. That's what you really, like I said, you got to do. You got to dive in there, and you got to set an edge. Go put your helmet on somebody's chest pad. Oh, Mason Rudolph just scrambled in for the Titans. Wait, we got Mason Rudolph in instead of Will Levis for the Titans? Oh, wow. That might be huge. What is that? The Tennessee guy that's calling the game, that doesn't look like an NFL booth. That looks like something I'd see at a high school. Maybe. I feel like that's not even high school, man. Aw. Jim Donovan, the Browns play-by-play guy, passed away 1956 to 2024. Oh, look at that, dude. They got the picture in the booth with the flowers next to where he used to call the games. Dude, that's fucking heartbreaking. Like, that man gave everything to that team, basically. Like, can you imagine calling Browns games for like 80 years? No, that's like 50 to 60 years. Calling Brown games for 50 to 60 years and having to deal with everything and be a professional about it. Like, dude, that's just fucking credit to that man. Like, and Lamar going to run with it, got some room, and able to gain 11 yards on the play. And we're officially here in the second quarter. Let me get that changed. It's going interesting, by the way, Oak. It's wish we would have been the first one to score points, but it'd be like that. Man, my heart is just like messed up now, man. As a Brown fan, but I still like, how can you not like love that? Ricard moved to inline position here at tight end on a strong right. Zay a second motion. It's going to be a give off to Henry. Oh, Henry gets some room. He's got 15, 20 yards, 25, 30, 35, and a 40-yard run by Derrick Henry. And that was a good style run. I like that. I like that run a lot. That's a different run that I feel like we haven't seen in the playbook so far. So we fake jet sweep right here. Ricard started out line left. He moves to the inline tight end position. So we've got him with, I think it was Isaiah Likely as like the slot wide receiver, but flex really close to the formation. And they kind of run like a counter, essentially. Henry starts on the left side, or was he on the right side there? I can't really remember, but it was like a counter style run. I loved it. And Justice Hill in there to run and nothing on the play. Blown up by, is that Garrett? Nah, number 99, Smith blowing up the play there. Of course, got to keep an eye on too. Where is his name? Owosu, number 6 for the Browns. Generally speaking, in the previous matchups against Cleveland, Owosu for the Browns has covered the quarterback spy duties against Lamar. There he is right there. They're showing him on the camera. 2nd and 10, ball on the 20.5-yard line. So Ravens just outside the red zone here. First down would put him there. Lamar looking left, looks right. Oh, and he's sacked on the play. Thought he was going to be able to buy some time, but I believe Ronnie Stanley was beat on the play by Myles Garrett. Or was that Zadarius Smith on the play? Let's watch here. And that's just a great rep. That's like they said, that's Ronnie Stanley's first sack he's given up this season. That's definitely going to hurt a little bit, but Okoronkwo with the sack technically on Ronnie Stanley, so it wasn't even Myles Garrett. 3rd and 21, and Gamecast has already ruined this for me, so I know what's about to happen. And Jackson going deep down the right sideline. He's got a wide open. Oh my God, no. He had a wide open Zay Flowers, and he overthrew him. Zay was wide open in the end zone. Let's watch this. Zay. And Zay, 3 different moves, slips, but then just, there is probably 3 to 4 yards of separation between Zay and Ward over there. And that's 100% on Lamar. Your guy's giving you everything to get open. He finally gets open, creates the separation, and then just, that was a scary kick, and I put the wrong score up earlier, so let me fix that. But scary thing there for the Ravens. That kick did not like look right. It barely went in. It was everywhere. I don't know if that was a bad snap or what, but that kick was a little scary, and that's nuts. I hate to be this person. And I'm going to have to clear the air so we can get back to normal football. The Ravens failed on a 4th down conversion. The Browns score. Lamar misses a wide open Zay, and then we have an almost near miss kick. Ugh. Let's clear the bad juju, Ravens. Hold on. Let's rub the lucky ball. Just rub the lucky ball. If you hit the ball, it's good luck. How hard would you smash the ball? Spongy says, Mike. Oh, Sponge coming in rooting for the Browns. Dirty, my boy. Dirty. After I picked your Eagles to win in pick'ems, how dare you, good sir? I throw my glove at thy feet. Mike Gesicki is having the game of his life. That's good, man. That's fucking good. I like it. No flex. Zone. They know better. They know better. Sorry. It kills me every time I see a Wingstop commercial. For those that don't know, in Colorado, I actually was a GM of a Wingstop for a while, and I could not do it. These fucking attack ads are getting next level. What the hell is this ad, bro? It's so badly cut. I could have cut that in CAPTCHA, bro. Oh my God. I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. We're going to clear the air. Hold on. I'm going to take a hit of my pen and we're going to clear the air. But we don't hit the pen on camera because that's just not good. Hold on. This is sage. We're blowing sage to clear the air. Bad juju for the Ravens. Coming into this game, Ravens offense on PFF ranked first in offense, first in pass, first in receiving, first in running, third in pass blocking, and eighth in run blocking. But of course, Cleveland's defense, no slouch. Coming into this game, Cleveland had the fifth-ranked defense, first-ranked run defense technically, fifth-ranked pass rush, and second special teams. Not bad. Coverage 25th. They've had a couple injuries here and there. And tackling 31st. Again, injuries kind of probably being a big part of that. Ravens 20th ranked coverage doesn't really tell the true story for the Ravens defense. 23rd special teams, I think that is accurate. Honestly, I would rank this Ravens special teams lower this season than 23rd, but that's what PFF says. First in tackling, third in run defense, 7th overall defense, 10th in pass rush. And the special teams coordinator is saying something to the ref. They're changing out the kicking balls. Interesting. We got something going on here with the game balls for the Ravens. Steve-O said Nevada Day Parade was yesterday. I don't even know what that means, Steve-O. Oh, we need more espresso. For those that don't know, I'm drinking. I got 4 shots of espresso, so 2 double shots with 3 sugars packets and 2 creams. That's how Darwin likes his coffee. If we ever go out to get coffee, now you know. Espresso for every double shot of espresso, 1 cream, like 1.5 sugars. And honestly, the Browns might be better without Jameis. I'm sorry, without Deshaun. Jameis, while being a turnover machine, dude's got arm talent. You cannot argue that. He'll put up 4K yards, but he's also going to give you 20-plus turnovers. If he can get those turnovers mitigated, he could have a resurgence a lot of like Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, I'm sorry. Handoff, going left, cut up the middle. That's Chubb, and he's got a big gain and some, and he's down at the 45-yard line. As I think the Browns are showing that the Ravens' run defense isn't as stonewall as a lot of the commentators in the NFL have been saying, but it's just like Lacey DeCosta was talking about the coverage thing. It's not that the Ravens coverage unit is bad. It's just been so one-sided so far this season because everyone's been having the pass to come back against the Ravens. 11-15, Kyle Hamilton showing blitz. He backs out. And, oh, man, come on, Eddie. You got to go there. And here's what's killing me is the Browns passing game. It's not the deep passing game that's killing us. And Brent Urban officially out with a concussion. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. 10:50 on the clock here in the second quarter. 2nd and 4 as the Browns are across midfield. Number 20, the back in here. That probably means it's a pass. It is. And, And it's a screen pass to Njoku, luckily ahead of Winston, so it's not a fumble. Incomplete. Ravens bringing a little bit of cornerback pressure. Seems like Zach Orr bringing a lot of cornerback blitzes here today. I feel like that's at least the 5th cornerback blitz I've seen personally already in the first half of football for the Ravens. Got to keep an eye on it. Steve-O says the day they become a state. Oh, that's actually really cool, Steve-O. Do you live out there in Nevada, Steve-O? 3rd and 4. Orbit motion here for the Browns on the right. Let's see if Winston goes there. He's looking left, back over the middle, and patted down at the line of scrimmage. Good job by Owe and Broderick Washington, I believe, to make that read. And with that, the punt team's coming out for him. And, Owe was right there, almost had the sack. And that's Broderick Washington with a good pass deflection. So her pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Either way, great. That's Tylan Wallace back here to return for the Browns. I think this is Cleveland has ended this season 50.6% of the drives with a punt. Most in the NFL. This is I believe, their first of the day here. Punt is up. Good coverage by the Browns on the kick, and no chance to return. Ball at the 13-yard line here as Lamar and the King are going to come back out here and hopefully look to get this offense rolling. All right, let's think about this here. We're on commercial break. Let's try to take a minute and think. The Ravens' rushing game has not been getting going. Let me double check some stats here. So Derrick Henry, 5 carries for 47 yards. I mean, he's averaging good yards. He's just not getting many carry attempts. The Browns' secondary was supposed to be not that good. We got to be taking advantage of it, but all right. Here is my official recommendation to Todd Monken. First of all, I feel like the emphasis on this drive has to be on the play action game. We need to get the passing game going a little bit. We need a big play. Best way to do that is with the passing game. Derrick Henry, 5 carries for 47 yards. I mean, that's like 9 yards a carry almost. He's averaging high because of the one good run earlier. Most of the runs have not gone well, so I guess you could probably say that's a misleading stat. The Browns seem to be pretty on top of the screen game so far. I mean, and the real key is just we should be running away from Myles Garrett. We should always be flipping the play to run away from Myles Garrett for right now. And maybe I'm just crazy for that. I'm going to try to pay a little more attention on this next offensive drive to where guys like Myles are lining up and where the run's going. And then we're going to look for safe. So hold on. I'm going to make some notes here. I want to look at where the safeties are lined up. I want to look where Myles is lined up. And the leverage of the DBs. Based upon those 3 things, I should always be able to make essentially an audible style play here. And let's see if we can be ahead of this a little bit. For those that don't know, I was talking to my girlfriend last week. I called a play before Tom Brady called a play again in the Chiefs versus Niners game. They flipped the play, then they ran motion towards it. And I was like, I wonder if this ball is going right here to Travis Kelce, who they've flipped the audible towards. And then boom. Right as Tom Brady, like the play is getting, the ball is getting snapped. Tom Brady, his mic gets cut, but he tries to circle Travis Kelce right as the ball is getting snapped. And then right after I say it, he circles it, ball goes there. I'm like, telling y'all. All right. Myles, okay. And past the middle to Kolar, is that Andrews, and nothing. So, okay, that was a short pass here. And again, I would have rather you came out and ran the ball to start this half, Monken. Not a fan that you came out and went for that quick pass, to be honest with you. Yeah, that was a good backside count and run on that. We need to see a few more of those, maybe. Contact, that's a great. Contacted behind the line of scrimmage, 36.6%. All right, where's Garrett here? Is that him left side? So he's lined up on the right tackle here. See, you should run this to the left side behind. And Lamar telling him, oh, why did you run that? Lamar kept it, but like bad play calls right now. Bad play calls. So Myles Garrett lined up right. Henry, they faked running that way. Myles would have blown his ass up if he didn't. And Lamar had then to run to unfavorable numbers, in my opinion. Because when Lamar runs it that way, it's just not the same. Like, because they can't down block all the way. I don't know. All right, where's Myles? Myles is lined up on Rosengarten. Justice Hill's that side. Trips right here for the Ravens. Mark Andrews, the sole guy left. Lamar making an adjustment. 4 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 9. They got to get this ball off. 4-man rush for the Browns. Lamar with a great pocket. He's going deep over the middle. Oh! And a really bad ball to Nelson Aguilar that was going to be intercepted. Lucky that the Browns dropped that interception. That was a really bad throw. He puts the ball up to Aguilar, but he puts the ball up slightly behind him. And Lamar, I mean, you want to talk about possibly a late hit, but Stout going to have to punt this. Let's count it. Is it off in 1.8 seconds? But for the way, that's the goal for punters, to get the ball off in 1.8 seconds from snap. One miss. Oh, that's a low snap. Woo! Stout lucky he didn't get pressured on that one. Good punt, though, here. And going to be returned, and not much of a return. Stout just bailed the Ravens out there with that one. Really low snap, saved it, and then he booms this from his own goal line, essentially, to about the 30-yard line. So that was almost a 70-yard punt from Jordan Stout to flip field position for Baltimore. Really did need that. Sponge says we now have 3 backup linemen on the... Dude, Sponge, that's what's going on with the Browns right now. The Browns, when I was doing my research earlier in this week, they have 5 different O-linemen on IR. And on top of that, the guy who's been starting at left tackle for them, Willis Jr., out for this. So the Browns are currently down 6 of their O-linemen that they were going to on their 50-man roster. I mean, you normally only carry like 7, maybe 9 O-linemen. Being down 6 of those 7 to 9 is got to be frustrating as a coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lane is back. That's really good for you, Sponge. Congratulations that you're getting Lane back. But Ken Dorsey has been calling a pretty good game here for the Browns. Ravens' zone defense has got to tighten up a little bit. I'm not seeing the pressures that I'd like to get. The offense didn't like the play calling sequence on that last one, but I do see essences here and there where I love the play calling. We're seeing some problems on special teams. We saw Tucker's kick look really bad. We saw the low snap to go into Stout, like, not good here. Ravens have scored 30-plus points in 4 straight games. Cleveland has not scored more than 18 all season. We're looking to keep those numbers true today. Glad to see that Zay Flowers is back. He's matched up against Ward, who's actually having a good season. But Bateman, with Zay being in there, should be able to... I'm going to blow my nose. One moment. Wow, it's a 14-14 game in Detroit versus Tennessee. What a fucking game over there. Like, my God. Jared Goff's only 3 of 4, too. And it's a 14-14 game. What the hell is going on? Colts and Richardson are up over the Texans 10-3 in the second quarter. Oh, we just had a kickoff return for a touchdown for the Lions. That's what happened, or at least a big kickoff return. Let's see, did he go all the way? Did anyone else see Josh Reynolds for the Lions was shot after he left a strip club? Apparently, he left a strip club in Detroit. Some men followed him out to his car and, like, stabbed him or shot him or something like that. So I think Josh Reynolds is now injured for the Lions. 9:20, little play action here. No pressure from the Ravens and easy completion on the left sideline to number 8 for the Browns. And again, the zone coverage for the Ravens is just getting picked apart here. And that might have been man coverage, actually. Just Brandon Stephens actually got beat on the route pretty badly. Like, there's 5 yards of separation on that one. Oh, Josh Reynolds is a Bronco now. Thank you, Sponge, for correcting me on that. I'll have to hold on. Let me ask that to let me add that to the Perna. I'm starting to like get my questions for Brandon Perna and everything. And Winston overthrowing, and we've got a flag on the play though, and it might be for the Browns. He got shit in the back of the head, but since it's healed, he's recovering from a new injury. That's wild, my boy. But that's what I just, man, it's like when Malik Neighbors, that video came of him at the strip club. I'm like, bro, don't be, oh no, we got Michael Pierce is down for the Ravens. And this might be and if Pierce is hurt, it looks like it might be bad. We're already down Brent Urban, down Michael Pierce, possibly now. And it looks like they're messing with his left leg, left knee area potentially for Michael Pierce. And this. And we've got illegal hands to the face. They were discussing possibly a intentional grounding. And Pierce is going to be able to walk off the field, but he's limping. And like they're saying, Jameis actually gives the Browns offense more vertical threat than they had with, while Deshaun was the quarterback for the Browns passing game, least amount of yards per attempt. While Jameis has got the arm and is willing. And you gotta love, Jameis's chain is actually out of his jersey. It is hanging outside on the outside of his jersey right now. So Jameis got the chain out there, full show right now. Handoff going left, Chubb the running back, and finds some room. He's still going, and that's a gain. It looks like 8 yards on the play. Strong running by Chubb. As now without Michael Pierce, with no Brent Urban, the Ravens defensive line might not have a lot of subs left. Second and 2, 8:15 here on the clock. Ball on the 45-yard line of the Ravens. So Browns are pushing down the field here. And another run. And the Browns O-lineman is absolutely, I mean, the left side of the Browns O-line was 3 yards deep with Ravens defenders. Just pushing. Watch this. Watch this replay here on the left side. Watch all this push. And boom. They are pushing guys right now on the Ravens defensive line. Like, the D-line is getting pushed. It is not good right now. First and 10, 19, the motion man here. Strong right here for the Browns. They're going to run that way. And easy gains here. And that's another 5 yards. I don't even think that was Chubb. I believe. And Ravens defense. And this scares me a little bit. So for anyone that was here during the preseason, I had a serious worry about the Ravens defense. During the preseason, we couldn't stop a run on the inside, especially off left guard, to save our life in the preseason. And I was constantly saying, hey, I need Zach Orr to show me that if the personnel, like if he doesn't have Beak and Jones and Pierce there, can he, by play calling, take this away? And now without Urban and Pierce, I mean, we're starting to see some issues. I'm starting to see that preseason issues show up a little more. Of course, Travis Jones missed a game a week or two ago. So he's been dealing with some injuries. He is back this game, I believe. I did not see him on the inactive report. But no David Ojabo for the Ravens defense as well. And let's see here. I see Broderick Washington in there. I see Beak in there. Sponge says, we got the okay from Ravens player for an interview, and we're wondering if you want to join us. Oh, cool. Who are you interviewing, my boy? 3rd and 4th. Who are you interviewing, Sponge? That'd be dope. And we've got a false start on number 79, Dawan Jones of the Browns, the tackle. Oh, my God, sorry. Oh, that stretch felt so good. Michael Riggerman. I mean, when are you, when are you doing it? 3rd and 9 after the false start here. Both teams, 2 penalties for 15 yards so far. This ball on the 26-yard line. Ravens bring a little pressure and a little slant pass. Caught, and I think he's short. Oh, that's a bad spot by the ref. The ref's going to give him the first down. He was clearly short by a yard. Challenge it, Harbaugh. Challenge it. Challenge it. And that's what even the guys up now are saying now. That's definitely a friendly spot by the refs. Challenge it, Harbaugh. Challenge it. You'll actually win this one. Challenge it. Don't give them a fresh set of downs. Challenge it, Harbaugh. Challenge it. Trips right for the Browns. Stack formation. Motion that way. They'll see if they set the screen. They are. And see, that's what I'm saying, guys. I'm like, I can see it. Trips right. They motion that way. If you don't cheat that way for the screen, I understand sometimes they're going to set that fake up, but they have yet to run that play today. When they run that play for the first time, more than likely it's the real play. And like I could have told you from the get-go, the motion, I saw the formation and I saw the halfback motion out as a safety. I've been screaming downfield to go get that play. You're figuring out a time. Heard, let me know when you figure out the time, my boy. Under center, run going left side for the Browns, and nowhere. Chubb going to lose a yard. And my God, good run by Chubb, though. Like they said, make 2 Raven players to fists, and then finishes it up. Okay. Was that back in 2001? 3rd and 8. Winston stares down his receiver, and oh, what a play by Kyle Hamilton. And Njoku made a great catch, but Hamilton with great second effort able to knock that ball out of there. Let's watch it. Kyle Hamilton slips a little bit and then just makes sure to get his hand up through the hands and knocks that ball out. That is a great play, and that keeps Cleveland to a field goal here instead of potentially a touchdown. They would have had a first down with that catch and a 1st and goal. My boy Kyle Hamilton making plays today without Marlowe and Nate there. 33-yard attempt here for the Browns kicker, Hopkins. Wow, it's easy to see what his thing is. So one of my things is that I like to notice is what is the trigger for the kicker. Like they always have something silently that they do for their holder to show that they're ready. So for Tucker, it's easy. It's when he drops his shoulders. He'll sit there, and then you'll see before Tucker's ready to kick, he'll take one deep breath, and then he really releases the tension in his shoulders. And when he drops his shoulders, that is the timer for Sam Cook to tell the long snapper that he wants the ball. For Hopkins, he was bouncing a lot with his leg, but the final tell, and if you see Hopkins kick again, watch for this. I'm telling you, if you're ever playing football for your team, this is the type of stuff you need to be looking for to get that jump on the snap count, to be able to go block that kick for your team. It wasn't his bouncing. Watch his fingers. And oh my God, somebody, if you are a betting man and you can put a bet on anything, bet how many times Dustin Hopkins will tap his fingers like this. He'll tap his fingers on his hand before he kicks. And that's his tell. Watch him when he kicks again. He'll bounce. He's bouncing like his leg a little bit, like almost like he's trying to get his leg set. He's like, okay. But he'll start doing this. And when he stops, his hand motion. And meanwhile, this is the right hand of him, by the way. So his right hand is also hidden behind his right leg. So it's harder for the defending team to be able to see it. But when he stops doing that, that is his signal to his holder to give the cue to the long snapper. Watch it on the next time you watch Dustin Hopkins kick a field goal. I will bet you on it. And that's how you get the jump on him. And I'm going to write that down as my note. Like, I know from watching Justin Tucker for so long that I know once he drops his shoulder, I can count, and I could probably go jump over an offensive lineman, Troy Polamalu style. Hopkins, again, his is a little harder to see with the finger motion, at least. He's hiding it. Tucker's, and see, that's the thing. I don't want to jinx anyone, and I really hope, like, opposing teams don't listen to me ever, which they never would. But if I was an opposing team and I wanted to mess with Justin Tucker, I'd jump one time. I don't care if I would jump it on a PAT, and I wouldn't do it to go after him the first time. I would jump over the O-line, try to time it, and I would tell my player, if you get the penalty on this PAT, I could care less. I want you to get it into his head that you can do that you have the physical prowess and athletic ability to jump over that O-lineman so that if you do time it up right, you can do it. And then from there on out, you're going to, even sometimes I just want you to fake jumping over the line because then it makes him start thinking about changing up the timing of it. Oh, we've got a return here. Number 38 gained some room. I believe that's Collier. And good gain off the right side. But so then, yeah, like I would start trying to time it up, you know. And then if you're forcing the kicker to, like, you know, let's say he's used to, gives his signal, and then 3 seconds after signal, the ball snapped. But now he's got to have that talk, hey, man, we've got to hold it for 5, or we got to do it in 2. Kickers are really creatures of habit and superstition. And if you mess with their habit, you can mess with their kicks. And maybe I'm just the next level coach. Maybe I overthink things a little too hard, you know, and because I want to win, but I don't know. After listening to what Luke Kuechly said on a podcast that it takes to get ahead in the NFL, makes me question everything. Makes me really question my decision to stop playing. Sponge says, we're figuring out a time. We'll do. Josh Newton now in the game for Cam Taylor-Britt. Ooh. That's actually huge. Cam Taylor-Britt going, oh, not anymore. Oh, that's rough. 3:35 here on the clock. Lamar, good pocket here. Climbing, delivers a ball, and Zay Flowers. Did he catch it, or was they're saying catch, then that he then dropped after he caught it? So, and good job by Zay just sitting down in this zone, and I mean he caught that just short of the 30. And this might be, let's see. I think they're going to say that's a no catch because he drove through the ground and the ball came out. Because he did not maintain all the way through the ground. Like, once he hit the ground, the ball kind of came out. So, yep, they're ruling that no catch. So, 2nd and 10, ball on the 19-yard line here. Again, I want to see good play action here. We come out passing again. We're coming out passing. We're passing again. Lamar's going to keep it and run, though. So I don't know if this was a design quarterback keeper. Lamar got some space. He's out at the 41-yard line. So great run by Lamar here. Shout out to number 31 on the Brown sideline, by the way. Number 31 helped slow down Lamar as he ran out of bounds. That's great sportsmanship. That's what I like to see. Sponge says, Levi, I can't wait for the mock draft this year. Sponge, you know what? I am going to try this year for my mock draft to put together the most serious mock draft we've ever done on the channel here. I want nothing but people that are dead serious. Like, shit, I might even put like full 10 minutes on the clock for each pick and put up trading and do trading and everything. Like, I want what I think is going to be one of the realest mock drafts we've ever done. And I want to get as many content creators as I can to do it. Like, 2nd and 19 here after a holding penalty for the Ravens. And they bring pressure. Oh, Lamar had so much room to run. He passes the ball to Mark Andrews for 4 yards. Lamar could have ran for 10 if he would have scrambled right. So Browns brought pressure from the right side of the Ravens offensive line. They picked it up beautifully. They went all wide. So Lamar climbed the pocket and then escaped right because they didn't have gap integrity on the right side where they blitzed. Lamar then passes over the middle to Mark Andrews for like 4 yards when there was a 10-yard gap on the right side of the field in a cover 3 scheme, it looked like. That's rough. 3rd and 14. We could have been in a better manageable position here. 2:15 on the clock. Lamar, pressure up the middle. Lamar having to roll out right. He's going to throw it across the body and almost intercepted on the play. That's a bad throw. And Lamar continues to throw some bad balls this game. Like, they're inaccurate. He's throwing across his body. Let's see those. Anything open here? That is way too many late developing routes. You got to give some type of threat underneath. That's a bad play call. I'm not even mad at Lamar on that. Hold on. Play call at 2:08 Monken. Design. So my argument with that is there was nothing. Lamar on a 3 to 5, like a 5-step drop, no one had even made a break or a cut yet on the field. They were all still pushing downfield vertically. At that point, the defense has to do nothing, and all eyes are on Lamar. And then, because they ran a stunt, Lamar was already, before anyone had even made a break, was having to buy time and roll out. So again, receivers still have their backs to Lamar. They don't even know he's scrambling yet. You're in 3rd and long. You should plan for a scramble drill in a sense. And you know what I would much rather have is at least one person, at least one, with a quick early release that can mirror Lamar. So if Lamar has to roll out right, this guy can roll right. And Lamar can direct him. It gives a threat that Lamar can run the ball. If there's no one there, every eye is on Lamar. If they're playing, of course, let's give an example. So the Ravens had 3 wide receivers go out on routes that time, it looked like. No threat underneath. All guys running 10 yards or deep with their got back to the quarterback as he's getting pressured. If they're running cover 3, those 3 safeties ride with them. At that point, if it's one-on-one cover 3 and they have all the leverage that they want, because again, Lamar's having to roll out. They already see what's going on being in that cover 3 zone. They've got all the leverage. They would like a receiver would have to absolutely break ankles to get open. So then, with that point, 10, 9, 8, there are 8 players at that point minimum. All right, let's take away the 4 that rush. 4 players that are just watching Lamar. Just watching him. They don't have to even so they're either watching Lamar or double teaming the routes. And you know there's a spy on the 3rd down. You know there is. It's just, you got to give Lamar something underneath. What I would love to have seen is Isaiah Likely maybe running a drag across the middle so that he could get eyes on Lamar immediately. So let's say if he was doing this left or right, it would have worked perfect. There would have been a guy that Lamar could have directed. He could have given Lamar the chance to run. And if it had been the opposite way, he would have got to midfield, realized Lamar was scrambling, and basically dug that foot in the ground and jerked back to the opposite side. So Lamar would have had a guy in the middle coming back towards him, which might have been the best route we could have had in that case, in essence. I don't like the play design on the play call. I don't know the play design entirely, so I can't hate the play call, but I don't think that was the right call. I guess I should say play call, because I don't like that play for that situation. All right, rant over. I like to preach answers, not just the problems. If I'm going to talk about a problem, I've got to present a solution. 158 here is Cleveland's got a short field here. And, Ravens player jumped, but no one on the Browns line moved. And Chubb going to run with it. This looked like a blown up play, and Chubb's going to lose a yard or 2 on the play. 150 here as Cleveland's going to try to operate a 2-minute offense. And Michael Pierce now out with a calf injury. And we've got a false start on the Browns, so that's going to back them up a little bit here. And that's Wyatt Teller. I think that's his second penalty of the day. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick while they're... Apologies there. I missed. Oh, cool. I didn't even miss a play. Went ahead to get me some Gatorade to refuel. Not sponsored. And we've got another. What's going on here? I don't even see a flag. The game. We've got a problem with the game clock, so. So they're resetting the game clock to 1:20 here. A late shift here by the Browns, probably to give them a little bit of protection. Trips right here. Njoku just a little chip block. Jameis going over the middle, and oh! And two Browns players touch the ball, but it hits the ground. That was an interesting one. Jameis threw back across his body here. And this ball to Moore just threw his hands a little high, and the wild as it went through his hands and then hit Moore in the hands as well. Like, do they have two different Moores on their team, or am I tripping? Tanya says, all this is a setup. The Ravens can't beat the Browns really. I mean, the Browns have won 3 of the last 5 games against the Ravens, even though the Ravens are 36-14 all time against the Browns. Ravens bring some pressure off the edge. Jameis doesn't see it. Ball's out. And was Jameis down? They're signaling Ravens ball, and Kyle Hamilton comes off the corner blitz on the right side. Winston never sees it and finally gets home. Let's go. Trenton Simpson with the recovery. And here comes Hamilton and just got him. Ball's out. Hamilton and Simpson able to get the ball back. Yep, and that's a clear strip sack. Let's go! Kyle, I got to get me a Kyle Hamilton jersey, man, before his rookie contract's done and he signs a fucking... Kyle's going to sign a really big deal. Let's be honest. When it's his time, the way he's... And again, I've got to say this, man. When people start doing commercials and podcasts, they get injured. Here's Christian McCaffrey with Matthew McConaughey and Jerry Rice doing commercials. Here's my argument. If you are not healthy and not playing, don't show my commercial. It's as simple as that. Like, if you ain't playing... And look at Jameis. That's what you get for wearing the chain outside your jersey, homie. Put the chain away. Ravens now with 1:08 on the 25-yard line. Already in field goal, but we really would like to get a touchdown here. Let's go, Lamar and the Ravens receivers. Time to make a play. Lamar, good pocket, going over the middle. Wide open Aguilar, and could have been a larger gain, but the ball was so high, Aguilar had to jump to catch it. And again, that's one of those ones where I'd like to see a little cleaner ball placement by Lamar. He had a good pocket. He climbed the middle and delivered a ball, and then it was super high. Brown's showing pressure off the edge. Let's see if they bring it. And Lamar seeing it. He's making an adjustment. Moves the halfback to that side. 35 seconds left in the game. Ball on the 11. Lamar looks left, looks right. Going over the middle and got him, man. That's Nelson Aguilar. Looks like a little slant route and a touchdown catch. And that's going to be the lead for the Ravens. Touchdown, Ravens! Let's go here. Yep, and that's just 2 slants from the right side. That is a perfectly delivered ball. Lamar must have heard me on that last pass to Aguilar. I didn't like his ball placement. And Lamar says, all right, homie, I got you. And we know the PAT is good by Tucker. And we've got a 10-6 game here with 27 seconds left. I don't expect Cleveland to really come out and do much. They might run a draw or a screen maybe. See if they get a chunk play. If they don't get a chunk play, though, the next one's definitely a knee. This is definitely going to be a close one. It's all thanks to you, Tanya. I appreciate you. Someone had to come in and say something. That's what had to happen, basically. Oh, I almost forgot, too. My apologies. Let me get this started. So, for those that don't know, hold on. First of all, we're going to hand out 1,000 loyalty points to all current viewers here in the channel. And after I do that, we are officially going to open betting. So you can bet on who you think will win the game in the chat using the said loyalty points I gave to everyone. I just gave everyone in chat 1,000. You can do it by doing exclamation point, bet, 1 space, and then either Ravens or Browns, 1 space, and then a point total between 10 and 100,000. I just put it in chat there, showing you how it's done, getting my bet in for the Ravens. Streamlabs should come in here momentarily and let me know. Yep, there it goes, that my bet has been placed on the Ravens. Betting will close after the 3rd quarter. Also going to open a poll up in the chat as well. Has your team reached your expectations so far this season? Are they over, under, or on par? You can vote by doing exclamation point vote, over, under, or par, like I just did there in chat as well. So we've got betting open up in chat. We've got polls open up in chat. And of course, for those that are new here to the channel, we've also got like games you can play in the chat. Doing exclamation point gamble and a point total like I just did there in chat. You can roll a 1d100 die. You can even play the slots if you'd like to. That's what you'll see at the bottom left side of your screen, a scrolling list of commands. That is how you activate some of the Streamlab games and commands to do, basically. So, oh, excuse me. Trying to get my thing set here. Participants. And Tucker going to give him a chance to return here. Interesting. Oh! And a huge hit delivered on the play by Kanusi Kane. 7th round pick by the Ravens this year. Play smart, but not conservative. Was supposedly, and Kevin Stefanski having some words with Dorsey about it, apparently. Did not like the play call. "23 seconds here as Winston looks like he's going to try to make something happen. Getting pressured, climbing the pocket, and he's going to get sacked on the play. And that's a loss of 1 on the play. Great job by the Ravens defensive line. And with that, we're headed to halftime. Let's check how we're doing in our leagues. And thanks to that Kyle Hamilton strip sack Ravens are out ahead in this game, and that's huge right before halftime to make a play like that. Let's see, how are we doing in our fantasy leagues here? I'm projected to lose even though I'm up 52-41 against this guy. Yeah. Lamar's got 11 points so far. Ravens defense got me 17. That's solid. I need more out of some of my other guys, though. I had Puka Enoku on the bench. That hurt me. That hurt. How's my other fantasy football team doing? I think I was supposed to lose this week in this matchup, too. So, poetically speaking, is my fantasy football team. I'm playing AK and Maseratis. Kevin and Sparks. I'm projected to win barely right now, but ooh, I got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has 23.9 fantasy points and it's halftime right now. It's not even halftime in game. That's wild. That's exactly what I needed. Cade Otten, though, he's had Cade. Cade's got 20 points, so that's kind of matching me tit for tat on that one. That's rough. Why are you like this? Oh, so that's why Justin Tucker's having issues, because he's got a commercial with Royal Farms. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. Ooh, the New York Jets are coming back here. They're up 13-7 on New England currently in that game. Aaron Rodgers, 8-13 for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. One going to Tyler Conklin, one going to Xavier Gibson. So getting it done. Devontae Adams only 1 catch for 7 yards so far. So, excuse me. Breece Hall, 6 carries for 47 yards. Braylon Allen, 8 for 23. So Braylon actually getting the more carries there. Interesting. Green Bay's, of course, taking on Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, 4-7 for 64 yards and 1 interception. Jordan Love, 12 of 18 for 184 yards and 1 interception. So Love getting it done other than that 1 interception. Jacobs, 10 carries for 32 yards, 3.2 yards a carry. Not bad. But dang, Tucker Kraft, 2 catches, 75 yards so far. That Kraft absolutely having a huge game. And if y'all don't know, Tucker Kraft was one of my draft special guys last year for tight end. Knew he would be a big addition, but he needed a year under his belt. And we're watching that come to fruition over there in Green Bay. My God, Denver. It was a 14. I'm sorry, not Denver. Detroit. It was 14-14 Tennessee. Mason Rudolph having a pretty decent game other than the 2 interceptions. 12 of 17 for 186 yards. But, oh my God. Jared Goff's only 6-8 for 28 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks. But David Montgomery has thrown for a touchdown, the running back. Jahmyr Gibbs, 6 of carries for 99 yards, including a 70-yard, I'm guessing, touchdown run. Detroit's returned 1 for a touchdown. Detroit is getting it done not a return for a touchdown, but they had a long kickoff return for 72 yards. Detroit's getting it done every type of way right now. They're up 35-14 over Tennessee. Tampa Atlanta is a good game like we expected it to be. Houston, Indianapolis tied all up 10-all. I'm really surprised about the Miami, Arizona. So Kyler Murray, 8-14 for 79 yards. Tua, though, 19-25 for 162 yards so far. He is coming back and having himself a game. Tyreek Hill, 5 catches for 69 yards. We've got some good games across the NFL today. Tanya says this is a setup. They got that ref, that cheating last year with Kansas City. Baltimore can't. It's that ref. I forgot his name, but I know which one you're talking about. I know. You know what's funny is actually last year I used to keep track of that, which ref was calling every single game, just because we were keeping track of from the very beginning if we thought it was making a difference on the game. And Last year, I'll be honest, it really did. We'd be like, oh, this ref is known for calling this and that, and he calls things this way, and then sure as shit, we'd be seeing flags thrown left and right in those areas. And we've got the Verizon halftime report. I'm not gonna lie, man. Now that I'm not drinking espresso, I feel like my energy fading quick. We got the Eagles-Bengals game here. Look at this rollout by Joe Burrow buying time, and that's easy, easy money. 10 all there in Philadelphia. That's going to be a good game till the very end, to be honest with you. And they're showing, of course, now Baltimore versus Cleveland. We know what's going on there. Lamar finally gets making some good throws. He's just having to get warmed up. Hopefully, we'll see better throws here in the second half. Houston versus Indianapolis in an NFC South divisional game. And oh my God, look at that throw. Is that Joe Mixon? I'm sorry, on the run? Carrying defenders on the run. What a run by Mixon. I thought that was Dameon Pierce, honestly, for a minute. Yep, and here's Jahmyr Gibbs on that 70-yard run. And my God, look at him just leave number 28 and 37. Just left him on that run. And David Montgomery going to pass for a touchdown there to Sam Laporta. Detroit's got those trick plays, man, you got to watch out for, and that's one of them. Wonder if Derrick Henry could run that play, honestly. Jacobs with a run up the middle. Trevor Lawrence getting himself a touchdown run. Let's go. Got pushed in by his offensive lineman, but, you know, as long as it gets in the end zone, right? And Rodgers versus May. Oh my gosh, excuse me. And yeah, May just going to run that one in. May only has 3 passes for 23 yards right now. That is not a good look. What a throw by Rodgers to Gibson. Great coverage, too. I think that was Christian Gonzalez out there. Oh, this is rough for Cardinals. So this game in Miami, 1 o'clock. If you don't know, away teams in Miami are at such a disadvantage due to just how hot it gets down there and the sun exposure. Oh, Atlanta now up 24-17. Kirk 14-20 for 224 yards and 3 TDs. Kirk Cochains is balling out right now in that Atlanta game. Give me one moment, guys. I'll be right back. I feel like I'm so tired because I'm super behind on my calorie goals already. And like Matt Ryan saying right there, for Aaron Rodgers, they just got to get the run game going. You got to protect Aaron Rodgers to a certain sense. And a good way to do that is to get the run game going. It really is just as simple as that. Yeah, and like I like what Ryan Clark's saying right there. You got to get going for the Eagles. You got to run some more over under concepts. They're not running enough over under. And look at Jaden Daniels warding up with a basketball. He's spinning a basketball right now. Look at him. He's dribbling right now. Jaden's out there playing basketball on the field right now. Doing warm-ups. You know that's how you know. That is how you know Jaden Daniels really wanted to actually be an NBA player, but he probably, he's probably damn good. Way better than I'll ever be at basketball, but he probably wasn't like NBA ready. That's how you know, though. That's his dream. Oh, Yellowstone coming back this November. Let's talk about the real tragedy, the real just heartbreaker, gut wrencher, gut punch. You know what I'm saying? The real gut wrencher, ladies and gentlemen. That One Piece is going on, anime is going on a 6-month hiatus. That's the real crime. That's the real gut punch. That's the real one. And I'm sorry, I keep leaning off camera because I'm just hitting my pen, but I don't like to do it on the camera and promote it, really, you know what I'm saying? It's just not what I do, so if you see me kind of leaning off here, like right now, I don't like to hit my pen on camera. I don't mind the vapor or and all that, but the actual hitting of the pen and all that, just, I don't endorse it. And even right now, I'm blowing all the vapor on the bottom side of my camera, so you shouldn't be able to see it that much. Pardon me on that. Hopefully we'll get back here to football. So let's talk a little bit about like pregame notes. We had, again, Bateman not getting anything going. Stout had good punt, bad snaps. Ken Dorsey been calling a pretty damn good game for the Browns. The Ravens also have a weird thing that we're trying to keep intact. So since week 4, either Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry has been the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Since week 4. So we're trying to keep that going as well. We want to keep the 30-point a game in the 4 straight games alive. That would be nice. You can definitely see that the Ravens are not targeting Zay as much in this game. Zay, of course, I think had the ankle injury, was questionable. So just no reason for Zay to take a bunch of jet sweeps and stuff like that. And you could definitely see it probably is influencing the game calls and what the Ravens generally like to do. Chubb's having a good return. There have been some play calls by Monken I haven't been a huge fan of, and especially the design of the plays that he called in those moments situationally. I really would like to see some different concepts being ran. Monken spent time with Jameis in Tampa. Monken should have an inside knowledge on what Jameis likes to do. We talked a little bit about in the first half. We'll be on the lookout for the kicker for the Browns, his cue essentially for the kick. And of course, the Ravens really should be attacking run defensively. The right defensive tackle for the Browns, that's Hurst. He's had a 35.9 overall PFF grade, 43.1 run defense. And then, of course, whoever the replacement is for Jordan Hicks, the starting middle linebacker for the Browns, to get the Ravens running game going here in the second half, I would like to queue up, run opposite side, especially of, Myles Garrett. And then if we can, ideally, we're looking to expose wherever the replacement or wherever Hurst is on the defensive side, for Cleveland. But Cleveland going to get the ball to start here in the second half. 1st and 10 with 15 minutes. We're going to get these defensive gifts lined up because hopefully the Ravens defense will give me a reason to celebrate here. And one tight end flipping to the opposite side here. Under center, Winston going on the right hash and got him, man. Jalen Armour Davis with the tackle. And that's a first down gain, though, to Jerry Jeudy. And again, the Ravens defense zone-wise, not just... The Ravens front 4, when they're rushing 4, is just not getting there in time. They're not applying enough pressure. And with that, you can't sit in zone. If you sit in a zone coverage and your front four don't get pressure, that is a recipe for getting picked apart. 1st and 10. You're going to give up a lot of yards. Let's just say that. And hand off to Chubb going left, and nothing that time as Beak and Kyle Van Noy are there. 14 minutes, 10 seconds. Going to be a good big 3rd down here. Ravens would love to get them off the field on their first drive, a 3 and out. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's not a first. I'm so dumb. 2nd and 11. They fake a blitz, and again, this zone coverage, just a little route over the middle, sit down in between the 2 linebackers, and Enoku with a very easy catch here. Let's watch this. I mean, this is literally just a little, 5-yard curl. Just he's lined up in line right, takes 3 steps, turns around, catches the ball, and goes down. 3rd and 4 here. There's really not a lot you can do to take away that throw, though. Strong right here for the Browns. Bunch trips. Let's see if Winston's going to go there. Enoku, single tight end left. Winston going to that bunch formation, and on the corner route out of it. Got him, man. That's Moore, number 8, with a 1st down catch. And like they said, good route by Elijah Moore on the throw. So it's the bunch, and yeah, that's easy. Great throw by Jameis. Great catch by Elijah, honestly. I mean, and that's Madden, bro. Winston out there playing Madden right now against these coverages. 1st and 10. Elijah Moore now 4 catches for 58 yards on the day for the Browns. Ravens, safety dropping down in a robber, and short pass off the right sideline. And that's Judy for just a gain of 3 or 4. And the Browns are just playing this quick passing game right now. Little quick passing game, just keep moving down the field. The Ravens are playing bend, don't break, and the Browns are playing give them what they give them. The give and take, I guess. Bend, don't break, and the give and take. 2nd and 5. Toss play going right. Ravens give it up, and they might have got the 1st down. Looks like they're going to mark them just a yard short. 3rd and inches for the Browns. That's going to be my new saying. We always know the bend, don't break defense. Well, when they play bend, don't break, got to play the old give and take. Take what they give you and give what they take you. And we've got a QB sneak. Oh, I don't know if he got there. Okay, yep. Sideline refs are saying he's got it. So fresh set of downs here as they approach the red zone. Ball is going to be on the 23-yard line after the QB sneak. So 1st and 10 from Baltimore's 23-yard line. Cleveland now has 12 first downs to Baltimore's 7. And it's just very clear to see what Cleveland's defense is doing. They're playing this dink and dunk, give and take offense. And little fake play action, throw into Enoku, and got him on a back shoulder fade. Eddie Jackson are already arguing with somebody. And Eddie Jackson, one-on-one, just tight coverage, but never looks for it. He's arguing to the ref for offensive pass interference, and there is no offensive pass interference on this that I saw. Let's watch here. He's got his hands on his chest, but he definitely doesn't push him off. That's a great no call. And a great catch by Enoku. I mean, and exactly, Eddie Jackson's just, I'm going to be honest, I hate players and playing with people that do that. That just be nah, they had a play happen on them and they'll be calling everything. Nah, foul. You play basketball with them, you straight break ankles, blow by the dude for an easy layup, and they're nah, foul, homie, because they can't deal with that. They just gave up a bad play. And so something had to have happened. I hate that mindset. I hate people saying that. I hate it. That was such a great play. There was no push off, even in the slightest. Great throw by Jameis. Great catch by Enoku. You can't even be mad at that. Like, that's a great job of seeing that, you try to teach quarterbacks that. Like, when you see that they have their back and they're not looking for the ball and your guy's looking, you can throw that almost wherever you want as long as you trust a guy to be able to go get that. And Enoku is one of those type of players you can trust to go get that, basically. Whew. I don't think you about to make a name for myself. I don't think you walk away from this one, but you just make sure you know what people know what happened here today. I about almost hit my pen on camera. Oh, we just had a big play in the Jets game. Or I'm sorry, the Miami game. Or was that right before halftime? I feel like Lions are on a mission to prove to everybody like they are no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely wild. Green Bay's up 30. Oh, the Patriots just tied it. It's 13-all in Foxborough against the Jets. Man, Jets fans have got to be losing their minds. Like, I've got to go watch tape and see what the heck's going on with some of these teams. Like, that's where I can make good content, is like fixing teams before the trade deadline, like the Cowboys, the Jets. Who's another team that I should fix before the trade deadline? I actually wrote down the Cowboys because it might land me a job with Jerry Jones. But one of these days, I'm actually going to sit down and write my cover letter, and then I'm going to do my cover letter, do my resume. Oh, it's National Tight End Day. Congratulations and happy National Tight End Day to all my brothers out there who played tight end. Your boy's a former tight end, so that's what I grew up always playing with my friends, tight end and linebacker. Ravens going to get a chance to return this one here. And, this is Collier still on his feet. That looked like it should have been a face mask potentially, but no call. And you got to love, they're like, and the Browns are bringing pressure, as every clip they just showed is the Browns only bringing 4 players. You got to love that. They're like, yeah, there's a blitz. There's finally a blitz, and it's the one Lamar gets a touchdown. They're like, the Browns are bringing pressure. The first 2 clips are literally them only rushing 4 players. That's not pressure. I mean, it's pressure, but it's not blitzing. And they're not, like doing something for the pressure. It's just getting pressure. And then finally, the last one, they're showing like, it's wild. Announcers don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're sending pressure. They didn't send anybody. And then on the 3rd clip, they finally did send people, and Lamar beat the blitz for a touchdown. So it's just wild that they're trying to create a false narrative. Like Lamar can't, like they used to say, Lamar can't deal with the pressure, under pressure. Lamar has been crushing it under pressure this season, and actually in some of the other seasons. 2nd and 14, 10 minutes on the clock here. Ball on the 22-yard line officially. Ravens, these are not good. Lamar's got nothing open. Buying time, dumps it deep, and that you can't call a flag on that. That is not pass interference as a second flag comes out. And it might have been before the throw. When he cut back, there might have been pass interference. But if they're talking about it when he caught the ball, that's not pass interference. I want to see exactly what they're calling. He is trying to make a play on the ball in a sense. Maybe he was a half. I'm going to give that to Cleveland fans. I don't know if I 100% agree with that pass interference call for the Ravens. The other guy fell down. Mark tripped, and then the guy was kind of diving with Mark as Mark was trying to make a play. Lamar going to keep it. Good block by Isaiah Likely, and gain of what looks like 7 on the play. What is this guy going? Let's go! The Browns guy, let's go! They just gave up a 7-yard run where Isaiah Likely blocked 2 different people on one play. What are you happy and excited about, bro? No wonder your team's losing. If you're that excited after Lamar breaks off a 7-yard run on the right side and there's great blocking by the opposing team, you definitely don't understand football, and you should not be hyping. It was so funny because the coach was like, let's go, and the player was like, I guess, like. And there's a play to be excited about for the Browns as they blow up Derrick Henry's run in the backfield. And that's where the coach would be like, let's go, like, come on, like. Let's watch here, so. 3 men down, 4 guys plus the corner standing in there. And my God, just immediate penetration up the middle there. Linderbaum. But Linderbaum was sealed his edge. So that's not on Linderbaum. That's on the opposite side, the left guard. That's on McCary. Baltimore. No third down conversions today. Wild. Jackson under pressure, delivers a ball, and Aguilar drops it. And again, I want to see this. This did not look like a good delivered ball. It was tight. Don't get me wrong. No, that's a great ball to Aguilar. That's a great ball to Aguilar. Aguilar just drops that ball so badly. And they're saying no field goal here because the wind. So even though this is in Tucker's range, no field goal here from the Ravens, supposedly. Stout out there to punt it. So hopefully this will pin the Browns back deep. Let's see if Stout can get a good kick here. Fair catch called for. It's going to bounce, rolling, not for the Ravens' favor. So ball on what looks like the 14-yard line as Winston comes out. And with the Ravens being down, they cannot let the Browns play dink and dunk. They cannot let them control the clock and move down the field slowly, even if they get a field goal here. Like, the Ravens kind of need to make something happen on defense here. We've seen Jameis already almost throw an interception. We've seen Jameis take the strip sack. I would like to see the Ravens dial up a little more pressure here. We have to take away the run game as well. Chubb's had a pretty good game running the ball. We have to get them behind early on the down. Have to. I would prefer if the Ravens came out here on this first play and sent some pressure. So I want to run stopping blitz and tell my corners, hey, do not give up a play here. And I want to either force Jameis into an incompletion or get a run play at or behind the line of scrimmage. That is my goal here on the first play. After that, we'll go from there. Seth says, Ravens get me annoyed. Dude, I know this game is... Lamar had some bad throws early. Then he comes back, nails that slant for the touchdown. Looks great again. But the play design and calls by Monk in this game have not been that great. But I also understand the play calling is being slightly changed because I'm guessing because of Zay's ankle injury that they're not really going to run the offense through Zay like a lot of these screens, jet sweeps to Zay that are normally a staple of this Raven offense. And you can definitely see in the play calling that that's not there. But it's also easy to see. The Browns are the best running defense the Ravens have faced since the Chiefs. And I've been trying to be very vocal about this. We played the Cowboys, dead last in run defense. When we played the Bills, they were ranked 28th in run defense. Hold on. I think when we played the Bengals, Tampa was ranked 28th in run defense. Washington was ranked 20th in run defense. Cincinnati was 12th. So Cleveland coming into this game, according to PFF, has been the number one run defense. And we are seeing that right now. And we talked about, if you weren't here early in the stream, we talked about if we were the Cleveland's defense, how you shut down that outside zone stretch power play by the Ravens, where Ricard seals the edges. You have to get out there and hit Ricard at the line of scrimmage or behind line of scrimmage. If you do that, you blow up that play. And there's a blitz by the Ravens. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe Kyle Orr's listening to me in the booth there. Great play. 2nd and 10. Roll it back. Bring another one. Bring it. Now here, it looks like they brought a run-stuffing blitz from the right side of the Ravens D-line. Now let's bring a safety blitz. Drop him down. Let's run safety blitz. Let's run strong side. Run strong side, safety blitz. Flip. Enoku, flip. And Jameis, no blitz this time, sadly. And Jameis, buying time, had a lot of time right there and finds Enoku on the right sideline. They're saying catch. And Jerome Simpson, or is that Eddie Jackson, arguing with the refs? Eddie, get out of the ref, away from the ref, bro. And that's a catch. That's a toe tap catch, it looked like, by Enoku. And see, we didn't bring a blitz. Jameis had all day to throw it. And Harbaugh's going to throw the challenge flag, I think. No, we've got another flag. That's a catch. That is a beautiful catch by Enoku. Oh, he doesn't catch it through the ground? I mean, that's garbage. He had possession. That's Enoku caught that. I don't care what the refs say. And I don't care. I know that's against the Ravens. And yeah, even the Browns fans, they're livid. Browns fans are saying throw the challenge flag. They can't, though, because the booth technically already reviewed it and said it was incomplete. So technically the booth he can't throw the challenge flag because the booth reviewed it, and I think the booth got it wrong. I think he had possession of that ball the entire way through. I know it moved slightly, but it was Winston going deep down the left sideline, got a man, and he overthrew it. Tillman stopped his route. If Tillman would have kept running, and Tillman might have been seeing the sun, and Ravens might have got a little help on that drive. Punters coming out here for Cleveland. Baltimore has a chance to have really good field position here. But I do believe the wind is with the direction of the Cleveland kicker because it was against Tucker, so it should be with Cleveland. So this punt could be a super long punt. Let's see if it is. This is from their own 5. And oh my God, he's going to catch this at the 30. He's got a chance to return. Wallace makes the first man miss and down at what looks like the 37 maybe. So pretty good field position, about 63 yards to go here for the Ravens. And like Seth says, yeah, the Browns can't challenge that. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people have come to my channel before and said the one thing they liked about me was that I call it as I see it. I'm not a horribly biased fan. I'm not going to shit on other teams, and I give respect where respect's due. That was a catch by Enoku, and I don't care what anyone says. And I know it's against my Ravens, but I call it as I see it, and I'm fair in my analysis and my takes. What up, Anush, my boy? How you been? Anush must be coming in here to be like, all right, how do we fix this? What's going on? How do we fix this? And I feel like it's just so easy is the thing that's killing me here. The problems are easy to see. These political ads are getting crazy in the last few weeks, man. Absolutely getting wild. All I have to say is this. In one more year, I'll be old enough to run for president. Darwin's Raven, 2020, whatever. Was it 2028? I don't even know. Seth says, as a Ravens fan, we need a touchdown. We really do. So here's the thing. On the outside zone stretch power plays, you have to get at Patrick Ricard. We talked about it early in the stream. For those that weren't there, we got some new viewers. To stop that run for the Ravens, which has been the most successful run for the Ravens, that little toss play to the outside, you have to stop momentum. As a bigger player, I'm 6'3". I don't have quick burst acceleration. Henry and Ricard don't really either. But if they get momentum going, which is why we're running these outside toss, power, zone, stretch plays, momentum. So how do you stop it? You have to kill the momentum. So that's why we're seeing the Browns, and we saw a little bit of this in Tampa last week. The outside edge defender has to get to Ricard and meet him at or behind the line of scrimmage. If you're able to do that on the defensive side of the ball, you can really take away that run for the Ravens. The inside run game for the Ravens has not been the strong suit this season for us, especially on the left side and right side. Zay was questionable coming into this game with an ankle injury, so you can clearly see Monken is not running those normal jet sweep and screens to Zay. They're still using him on right there. There's Zay. Let's go. So like you can see, Zay's running the motion, but they're not really running the jet sweep with him, and they're not running the screen. Zay's kind of being a little limited with that ankle injury from last week. I'm just happy to see he's in the game. And yeah, this is clearly, like they said, a communication issue by the Browns. And Newsome looks like he was the one. And that was a hip drop tackle, by the way. Luckily that Zay wasn't hurt on it. Let's go. Arush, my boy, man. I didn't know you streamed. 1st and 10, 7 minutes on the clock. Zay, motion man again here. That looks like they're running the same route. Henry, run up the right guard, and that's a gain of what looks like maybe 4 or 5 yards. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the third quarter as the Ravens really want to get a drive going here. Jameis kind of technically been the better quarterback today. 15 of 24 for 176 yards. Lamar, 10 of 16 for 120 yards. Both quarterbacks with 1 touchdown. Seth says, I like having Zay Flowers back because he is good. Yo, dude, yeah, Zay is an animal, bro. But he's that ankle injury, like I said, they're probably limiting and not really running the offense fully through him like they normally do. Pressure here from the Browns. Little pass to Henry, outlet pass, and Henry diving and might have got the first down with the dive, but we got a flag on the play. And I really want to see another kick from the kicker from the Cleveland, because we were talking about kickers' tendencies and how it's very easy to see like what their signal is essentially. And with that, I think it would be easy to plan. So we were talking about Justin Tucker's. If you've never watched Justin Tucker, Tucker's signal is when he drops his shoulders. Every time before Justin Tucker sets and gets ready for his kick, watch. He'll go one deep breath, and then his shoulders go from high, and he drops them very low. And that's his signal to cook for the snap. Hopkins, we noticed his earlier. He's going to bounce his legs a lot, but the tell is going to be his right hand. He's going to be doing this motion right here, like tapping his fingers. And that's Dustin Hopkins' thing. And 3rd and 1, we've got tight end under center here. And that was a false start by the quarterback, Charlie Kolar. Oh, my God. Come on, Kolar. You are the guy running it, man. You can't false start. Oh. Come on, Kolar. Went from 3rd and 1 now to 3rd and 6. Killing me, my boy. How is that not coached? That's on coaching. Slightly on the player, but on coaching too. And Browns bring a blitz. Lamar scrambles. Oh, he barely gets it to Likely on his feet. The 20, the 15, the 10. And he's tackled at what looks like the 8-yard line as the Ravens now in a 1st and goal with 5:30 left on the clock. Lamar pressured off the right side of the offensive line where he should have had the best protection. And Rosengarten definitely loses the rep there, but thankfully it took long enough. And we've got a Brown player now. Looks like he's struggling to get up. Might be toe injury, maybe it looks like left side toe. Maybe just having problem breathing. And that's Newsom, I believe, the cornerback. And that would be a big hit for the Browns. Quick update across the NFL. Houston now up 17-0 on Indianapolis. Miami with a 20-12 lead over the Arizona Cardinals. Atlanta coming back has now a good touchdown lead over Tampa. They're up 24-17. Detroit continuing to blow out Tennessee now. We thought that was going to be a good game. Fiend. Sorry, it's literally one of my workout songs right now on my playlist. So hard. Green Bay up, Detroit 42-14 right now. It is getting carried away. Oh no, Jordan Love is on the sidelines with an apparent injury. Malik Davis has come in the game for Green Bay. That's a huge update. Huge. And like Seth says, the Eagles are beating the Bungles. Oh, no, the Bengals, though, I think just scored. I think they're about to tie that game up 17-all, I think. God, we've got some back and forth games across the NFL right now. That's for sure. You know what, though? All right, I gotta put the play calling hat on. We called the first play call of our defensive snap. All right, hold on. We're in the timeout. Let's put this play call together. All right. It's first and goal. I like to roll the pocket. I don't care which way. I'm going to roll the pocket to whichever side is the bigger side of the field. If we're dead middle between the hash marks, I'm rolling the pocket right. So what I'd like to do is fake toss left, play action right, come back. So from left to right, X to Z, we're running a deep crosser, corner, so deep crosser from the X. Y slot, I want a corner. Y, Z, I want to come back. So I'm going to threaten both pylons. Actually going to switch this left X deep in, back. I want him running back line of the end zone. While then I'm going to run possibly the tight end left side where I do the fake toss. I'd like to also run, so I'm going to run two tight ends actually. So I likely left, Andrews right. Likely is going to run the crosser, X wide receiver. So I'm threatening back line of the end zone. I'm threatening middle of the end zone, back pylon, front pylon, as well as a potential quarterback run while moving the pocket. That's going to be my play call on the first and goal here for the Ravens if I was the offensive coordinator. Fake toss, play action, roll right. What's that? 5, 6, 7, 3 route combo. And likely he's going to get it going right. And what was going to be a tackle for loss, able to gain a yard. So good job by Likely. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Ravens definitely didn't run my play call, apparently. Come on, Monkey. Let's get it going right here. This is a first and goal. Threaten with the run. Threaten the run here. They're going to be looking for the pass. There is absolutely going to be a spy on Lamar Jackson if the Cleveland defense is smart here. Showing 4-3. Lamar, he's rolling right. It's my play. It's my play. Mark Andrews for the touchdown. It's basically my play. Holy shit. They faked left. They pulled the O-line left. Lamar rolled right. They went high-low on the pylon, essentially, but instead of pylon, since they were a little out, they ran 5-yard and front pylon. Holy shit! And barring this is a touchdown. Look at it. There's the out route. There's the little out route. It's corner out concept, essentially. Let's go! Your boy is in the zone right now. Let's go. And barring the PAT, this is now a 17- Yo, I'm losing my mind right now. That's twice I've called the play. Let's go. Someone up in the Ravens brass room's listening in, and I appreciate you. Even though I don't get credit, I appreciate you. Please hire me. I put in a resume. Please. Pretty please. As long as you'll pay me enough that I can either get to Baltimore or wherever I gotta go, man. God, all I want to do is get my foot in the door with an NFL organization. That's all I want. So bad. I used to question if I really mentally could do everything like at the NFL level because like I said, I played semi-pro, I played a little bit of college, but not really like a lot. Like so I always question like I played with guys that did play in the NFL or played like 4-year starters at colleges that are top 25 teams. So, I used to be like, no, this is probably like BS. There's no way it's this easy at like higher levels. And then as more of these like people are coming out and doing podcasts and we're seeing behind the scenes, I'm like, here I thought the NFL game was like super, super next level. Meanwhile, if I had the time and resources that some of these people do, like case in point, if I was employed by the team, first of all, whenever I sign a contract, I have a serious problem where I overwork. I cannot separate. I have a hard time. I don't like being bad at whatever job I do. Even if I'm working at McDonald's, I hold myself to a different standard than my peers. But it's only once I sign a contract and there's money involved. And I'm not making money off YouTube right now. But then secondly, what you're allowed to have access to, like, if I had more film, better film that I could study and more openly. All I'm saying is, if the Ravens would pay me like a normal wage just to watch film, take notes, and submit my notes and what I think game plan notes for the week and stuff like that, oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat. And for those that don't know, I actually did. The Ravens have internships and jobs. I applied for a film review internship with the Ravens, basically doing what I'm doing right now for free. But no. It's just, and I kind of understand because there's guys that are applying for these internships that have master's degrees, that just finished their bachelor's. And I'm over here, I don't even have my bachelor's degree. So Archangel, this is a real shocker. The Ravens are struggling with the Browns. Wait, why did my audio just cut out? And this, I talked about it a little bit. It's because this Browns running defense is a lot better than some of the other running defenses that the Ravens has faced over the past few years. Oh, my stream cut out. Am I going to have to go find a different stream? No, come on, game. You can do it, stream. For those that don't know, I'm poor. So probably like a lot of people, we're not watching the game on a normal, means. I'm going to have to go find another stream for this game real quick. Give me like 5 seconds here. It doesn't take long to find the illegal Pirates streams. Let's just say that. Oh, is this stream down too? Oh my God. I don't know if I've ever had that problem happen before. Well, of course the game sounded like it just came back too. Let's go back to my normal. There, okay, we're back. We're back. Apologies. 2nd and 2 here. Ravens showing pressure. That's what I like to see. And they bring it. Run going towards the blitz. And, the blitzer outplayed the run. That's the thing, man. If you're blitzing and it looks like a run, you have to still play the run. And the blitzer, he did a big outside move, lost inside containment, and Chubb just climbed the pocket right where he's... Oh, look at this bomb in the Eagles-Bengals game to Devonta Smith. 45-yard touchdown catch in the end zone for Devonta Smith. Contested catch. That was a great play. My God. 3:33 left. Let's see if the Ravens continue to bring pressure. They are. That's what I like to see. But Kyle Hamilton did a good job of playing it. And, oh, no, number 3's breaking loose, and he's out of bounds. That's Judy, a huge catch for the Browns. Seth says, why are we struggling on defense? So one issue, Seth, Brent Urban left the game in the second quarter with a concussion, and Michael Pierce left the game with a calf injury. So the Ravens are really thin along the defensive line right now, which is one of the issues on the run game, which is why we're having to now also bring an extra blitzer in the run defense as well. Right there, Kyle Hamilton was the blitzer, but he kind of like played it smartly, but not having that pressure right off the rip gave Jameis the time to throw there. Ken Dorsey also, I'll get to that in a minute. Deep pass over the left and nothing though, almost intercepted. A big thing no one's talking about here too is Kevin Stefanski gave up play calling duties in Cleveland. So this is actually Ken Dorsey, the former Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator, now calling his first game, as well as, of course, Jameis Winston, who is a better passer, it seems like, than Deshaun Watson taking over. This is a different Cleveland team than it has been through the first 7 weeks of the NFL season. Maybe the change at left tackle was needed. Willis Jr., their left tackle, out. They're missing 6 offensive linemen between IR and just other injuries. 2nd and 10. And Foreman up the middle ran a gun. And Seth, we talked about this earlier. I don't know if you were here. The Ravens, it's been uncharacteristic. So we played Dallas. Dallas was the worst run defense in the NFL. Buffalo was ranked 28th. Tampa was ranked 20th. Even Cincinnati at the time was ranked 14th or 12th. We have been playing some really bad run defenses. And that's why the run game has looked so good. This is the number 1 run defense according to PFF coming into this game, and it's kind of showing a little bit for us. And oh no, Tillman over the middle, wide open, and we've been talking about it. These zone coverages right now are getting picked apart. So what's going on for the Ravens is the front 4 are not able to get pressure even against this injured Browns offensive line. When the front, and I don't know if Travis Jones is not playing or if he's just not feeling well, he's not in on that snap. And that's, look, if you look at who's in there, Tavius Robinson, Kyle Van Noy, Broderick Washington. Where was Travis Jones? Where was Matabike? No push. Front 4 gets absolutely not even close to Jameis. And if you play a zone, and obviously there was some miscommunication on the zone as well. And with that, Cleveland now back in the lead 20-17. And we've got a game here in Cleveland. But if your front 4 don't get there and you play zone, you are going to get picked apart even if it is a high school quarterback back there. It's as simple as that. And if your front 4 aren't getting there, you've got to devise something up. I feel like Zach Orr is hesitant sometimes to send certain pressures. And we've seen the cornerback blitz, but we've seen it so many times now that it's not working. And the zone coverages are not holding even long enough for the front 4 to get extra push. It's just not lining up well. The play calls aren't lining up well. The Ravens defense and secondary are playing well. Right now, Roquan is rated lower PFF-wise in coverage than Jerome Simpson is. Let's just put it like that. Seth, he doesn't need to be fired, but so case in point, one of the things that bothered me, if you were here for the preseason, was that when we didn't have Travis Jones, Matabike, and Pierce in there, we couldn't stop the run in the preseason, specifically on the right defensive tackle position over left guard on the offensive line. Couldn't stop it. And I said, and I constantly harped on this in preseason. I said, hey, while I understand probably when we get our starters in there, this problem's going to disappear. But I am very alarmed right now by the lack of adjustment by the defensive coordinator. I want to see Zach Orr stop that play, because in the preseason, everyone just ran inside zone off the left guard and ran the ball down our throats, and we did nothing about it. And you heard me. You can go back and watch the tape. I was like, yeah, it's preseason. It doesn't really matter. But I still would like to see my defensive coordinator who's learning make the adjustment. Do something to make the adjustment and take that away. And we didn't. And it scared the living piss out of me to a small degree. It gave me something deep down in the back of my brain to keep a note of and circle. You know what I mean? But again, it's way too early to freak out about it. Way too early to be calling for anyone to be fired. That's for sure. But maybe it's time we have a conversation about how we generate more pressure, communication. How do we communicate a little better? Hold on. And there's the jet sweep to Zay. And oh, that's a face mask. And there's the flag. Yep. Pressure comes. It's rough. And it's tough running. It is tough running the ball. It is. And see, the thing is, it shouldn't be that hard, though. So key for the offense, run away from Myles Garrett. Identify. Hold on. I even have the note on it. Hold on. Identify where Hurst, the defensive tackle, is, and key up, double team him, and push off. It's as simple as that. Like, we're not running to play action on. I do like, though, that on the last drive I called the offensive play. We ran it and we got a touchdown. So maybe I need to hold on. Let's put the play caller cap back on here. Hold on. Let me get the play sheet out. All right. After this play, we'll put on play caller sheet. 1:30 here. 1st and 10, play action. Jackson pressured, and he's going to go down. Justice Hill basically tackled him. Justice Hill got pushed into him, and that's a sack. That's going to hurt. All right. Here's the play call, ladies and gentlemen. The Ravens flock. Get ready. All right. All right, Lamar, we got a 2nd and long here. We can't really afford to take too deep of a shot. We're going to set up the screen here. I'd like to side up tight end screen. Looks like if we'd set it up on that side, on left side, we'd had a good play. So here we go. Trips right. Solo tight end, inline left. Henry, lone back, left side as well. We're going to show hard right. Let's set up tight end screen left here. And it's a run play going right, though. Henry, good run, though, on the play. Able to get a good chunk of yards back. And we've got a player slow to get up on the play. That's Owosu after getting tackled by Henry. Or I should say tackling Henry. And we've got an injury stoppage here. Owosu tried to lay the hammer on Henry, and Henry said, I'm doing the opposite. And yeah, that's Owosu just takes a shot to the helmet from Henry's shoulder, and Owosu is definitely concussed or has a neck injury after that play. We're going to hope he's okay. And then the way his right arm underneath him and then his neck kind of just like kind of cricks a little bit as well. That's definitely a neck or concussion. We're going to pray that Owosu is okay after that. We never like to see those injuries. All right. And they're going to look at Owosu there, so hopefully he's okay. 3rd and 11 now here for the Ravens. Let's draw up the play here. Let's draw it up. All right. You know what? I'm gonna stress them here. Empty backfield set is where I'd like to go here. Double tight end, 3 wide receiver, empty backfield set. I'm running trips, so strong side to the wide side of the field. Let's see what's going to win here. What's going to win? Okay. X, I want post or go. The X is just going to be a clear out. If he gets a one-on-one, it's great. Second guy inside is going to run what I call a deep in route, like a 10-yard in. The slot closest to the line of scrimmage on the strong side, we're either running corner or I'd like to run what is like a jerk route essentially. So I'd like to fake the slant in and then double move outside. You're either running out or like a corner off the double move, but some type of double move that stretches to the outside of the field. On the opposite side of the field, you know what, let's run go from the X so that I can run post from the other side. So I've got the in-post combo from the inside portion really drawn to the inside of the field there. I'm trying to highlight that double move route on the left side of the field and clear out from that. So the post in go combo will really stretch the inside middle pressure. Last one, let's just run. either either run the drag from the Z or we're going to run come out. From the empty 5 wide look, it also will allow Lamar to read the field, stretch it to its absolute vertical, and it's 11 yards. Lamar can run for 11 yards easy. And it's you tell Lamar here, hold on, let's finish the play call. Lamar, if you see nothing but backs to you, you have absolute clearance to take this ball and run with it. That's something, and that's why one of the things you love about that 5 wide look for Lamar. If everyone has their backs to you, it's man coverage, cover 2 over the top, no pressure, just bringing the 4. If them safeties have to go cover, respect the go route, and respect the post, basically, you should have so much room. And then, so on the right side, where I ran the post drag, and if I run drag, there should be no one on that side. And then on the left side, since I'm pulling everyone to outside, I'm trying to give Lamar and the routes on the outside room, basically. So even if Lamar keeps it, let's say they bring a blitzer, and they're taking a Wosu off on a cart, or they've got his head strapped down, that's definitely a neck injury. So we're going to pray that a Wosu's okay. But Seth says, we need a pass to wide receiver open. What up, Dim Sum? Hello, my boy. We were doing our key takeaway here, and we called the play on the touchdown throw for the Ravens, and hopefully we're going to call the play here on the 3rd and 11. But I feel like Monken doesn't want to do this 5 wide look right here. We'll have to wait and see. And they got the card out there really quick, so that's good to see there. But welcome in. And I already see it's going to be in the 3rd quarter, which I'm guessing means the Ravens aren't going to get this. But Denzel Ward is out for the Browns as well, so they're now without their number 1 corner. That is rough. 4 wide, motioning into. Okay, I was about to say he was about to motion into an empty backfield. I do like that orbit motion, though. Browns only bring 4. Lamar going to roll out left to the strong side. Got a man wide open, and we've got a flag right there, though. This might be a push-off on Zay Flowers. Let's see what the call is. Dim subs, I think Lamar's going to run it in. I wish he would. Which is exactly what my play call was, giving him the opportunity to. I like to draw up my own plays and think about the play calling situation. We've got holding on the defense. Penalty is declined. Zay's going to take the catch. First down, Ravens, with 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Let's go. I need to put together my own playbook one day for the Ravens here and actually name my plays. Because I don't name my plays at all ever. And that's officially the end of the 3rd quarter as Baltimore looking to get in the end zone and take this lead. I would really like Baltimore to score a touchdown here. Just being able to keep this away, make them have to score a touchdown as well. But the Ravens defense, communications is being an issue. Oh, why are they showing an Ed Reed commercial? I used to have a signed Ed Reed jersey, and it got stolen from me. It was my pride and joy. It was my favorite jersey. It was my first jersey. And when that jersey got stolen from me, bro, my heart, Dim says, I'm a Chiefs fan. Oh, good for you, my boy. Y'all just been winning games and getting it done. And y'all get some hate. Y'all get some hate, but, the Chiefs are doing what they got to do. It's as simple as that. Can't be too mad at them. Ooh, Philadelphia pulling away in that game. They're now up 27-17 over Cincinnati. Jets hanging on to a narrow lead, 16-14. And Tua having a good day so far. 6 of 34, over 200 yards. Miami leading in that game 27-18 now. Is that a Kane or Mozart with a touchdown? It's Mozart getting a touchdown. And welcome in, Dim Sum. I actually covered y'all's game last week against the Niners. That was a damn good game. Damn good game. Dim Sum, it's because Taylor. I've been a Chief since 20. You got to be right. I totally understand that. Totally understand that. I hope y'all get to keep your stadium too. I know y'all the owners threatening if y'all don't get a new stadium deal done, then he's threatening to leave with the Chiefs and all this stuff. But I think the deal is going to get done. I don't think there's any real threat of the Chiefs leaving. Dude, I got to get glasses or something. I can feel my eyes are starting to go bad. It's because I sit too close to my computer screens. I got to do better. It's not Cuz Taylor. Yeah, not Cuz Taylor. Gotcha. Oh, I was thinking of a player named Taylor, not Taylor Swift. That's hilarious. What? You're not a Swiftie, Dim Sum? Come on, my boy. We were both young when I first saw you. Close my eyes. The stadium disappears. All right. I'm done improvising Taylor Swift songs. On a balcony in Santa Clara for 49er fans. All right. Ball on the 45-yard line here for the Ravens. Zay, motion man. Little fake jet sweep. Run to Henry up the middle, and that's a gain of 4 yards or so. And like they're saying, even when he falls down forward. Seth says 49ers over Cowboys. I know, you got to hate the Cowboys. You know what, though? Here's how desperate I am. I want to work in the NFL so bad. If the Cowboys offered me a job, I would take it. Even though I know that it may be a dysfunctional organization, sometimes I like going to them because I want to be the fix. I'll talk about that in a sec. 2nd and 6. Lamar looks left, goes right there. I likely with the man. That's a catch down at the 35-yard line as the Raven. Or I'm sorry, yeah, it was likely. And in my professional career, my favorite thing, I don't like going to situations that are good. I don't like to just manage things that are good. If I make things good, that's fine. But I like to go to a place that has the worst numbers and bring it around, like turn it around in a sense. That's where I gain like such satisfaction. That and then, making them good. Even when I play games, I like to take the worst franchise and turn them around. And Henry, handoff going right. Good move to cut back inside, and that's a gain of what looks like 7 on the play as the Ravens run game showing some good signs of life on the inside here in the 4th quarter to start. 2nd and 3 officially, 13:30 on the clock as the Ravens are just inching down the field as they should be. 3 rushes, 4 passes for 44 yards. Almost 4 minutes taken off the clock. I'd like to take at least 7 minutes if we really could. I know that might be a big stretch, but that'd be great if we could. And that's got to be an offsides on the defense, right? False start on us. Unfortunate. And that's going to be on Ronnie Stanley again. That's 2 Stanley penalties. Oh, it's official. Jaden Daniels will start for the Washington Commanders, so that's going to be a good game. We've got the number 1 quarterback versus the number 2 quarterback, and what's going to be a great game today. I might actually watch that game if I have time. 2nd and, I just remembered I have leftover brisket from Mission's Barbecue. I've just got super excited. Browns showing a little bit of pressure. Here it comes. And, ball's deflected at the line of scrimmage. And a Browns player had a chance to intercept it. Myles Garrett was looking for it, but just couldn't locate it up in the sun. And that's number 93 of the Browns defensive line does a good job getting a hand on it, and Garrett just couldn't locate the ball. Whoo, that was dangerous. 13:08. 3rd and 8. Ravens showing trip bunch formation left at the top side of your screen. Likely the sole guy right. So strong left. Lamar's looking there. Pressured. Throws it. Bateman drops it. He was looking at the hit coming, thinking about making the move. Jackson under pressure as he throws it. And maybe Tucker might come out for a field goal here to tie the game. Excuse my burp. And good pressure by number 1. And it looked like Stanley missed a guy there. Yeah, Stanley is just standing on there on the left side of the line with no one to block. He absolutely missed the block there for the Ravens. He's been playing as the number 1 tackle in the league so far and having a rough day. 50-yard attempt here from Tucker from the right hash mark. And it's pulling left. Oh, no. It missed. And Tucker's struggles from 50 continue. And that's twice now we've seen Tucker have a bad kick today. For those that don't know, his first kick was really bad and something was wrong. I don't know if it was the snap or what, but no good. That is a heartbreaker for Justin Tucker. Like, oh my God, that makes me want to go start warming up and see if I can still kick the ball. For those that don't know, this is a fun little story. You know, I've mentioned it here a couple times on the channel. You know, I used to play semi-pro football a little bit, and then till I had an injury where I was working towards my promotion of the airlines, which I did get, and my boss said, "Hey, you missed time because you got injured playing football. Do you really want this promotion, or are you trying to play football?" And I was like, you know what? I've got to choose my professional career right now. I'm 20 years old. I'm about to become a salaried manager with Delta Airlines. But I grew up playing a soccer. I was a goalkeeper. I grew up punting. I was in middle school punting 60 yards easy with like 3-4 seconds of hang time. I played traveling. I was supposed to go to the same tryouts as Freddie Adu, who ended up going pro at like the age of 14 or 15. But our first home game of the season at semi-pro, it was a little too early. I was angsty, warming up. I was out there barefoot. I'm not going to lie to you. I was pulling a Matt Collins or whatever, Hack Collins, whatever his name is. But I was out there on the field barefoot, and our kicker was warming up. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, man, you know, I've actually never really tried kicking a football before. Mind if I get a few kicks in?" And he's like, "Yeah, go for it, man." So we're out there on the fort, kicking 40-yard field goals. And I'm out there barefoot, blasting these balls through at 40 yards. No problem. My only thing was I didn't know how to actually kick a football, so I didn't have that end over end spin on it, but I didn't miss a single 40-yard field goal barefoot. And again, my balls are left, right, just flat against the wind, just booming these things. So at this point, even my teammates are in the end zone just sitting there, relaxing, stretching, laughing, and egging me on. So we back it up from a 50. I had the leg to hit 50-yarders all day, all day. But because it wasn't end over end, I kept hooking them hard right. Oh, he missed that kick barely by a foot, bro. But so yeah, your boy's got a leg to hit 50-yard field goals, and maybe one day I'm thinking about it. I might do it a little harder with people struggling with kicking now. I might go get a kicking tee from Walmart one day and buy 3 cheap kicking footballs. And I might go out to some field somewhere and film some content and see if I can still punt and kick a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'll definitely make sure I put it up on the channel. We'll have to tag Destroying in it. Be like, but if your boy goes out there and hits a 50-yard field goal 5 out of 5 times after I get my kicking mechanic down, we submit in our resume. Not to the Ravens, but a few other teams. Winston getting pressured, going deep down the middle, and that's, oh no, Eddie, come on, Eddie! Once again, thrown into double coverage. Eddie Jackson has an easy interception, and he just drops it. It literally goes through his hands. Eddie, bro, we need to get your eyes checked, homie. That's not a technique. That's hand-to-eye depth perception and hand-to-eye coordination. That is 100% he could not see the ball correctly. Someone get Eddie Jackson some goggles. Prescribed goggles, please. He'll be tearing the league up, getting those interceptions again. Now we know why he stopped getting the interceptions in 2019. 3rd and 10, pressure by the Ravens, and there's a short pass as great tackle by Eddie on that play. And that's probably going to bring out the punt team here for Cleveland. Great 3-and-out from the Ravens defense. Seth says, every time in Cleveland we struggle. And that's the thing. We lead the Browns 36-14 all-time record. But technically the Cleveland Browns have won the 3 out of their last 5 against us. Seth says, I can kick the ball from 30 yards. Oh, I know. Dang, that's a long field goal, man. And Wallace fair catches this at the 5 or 6 yard line. So that's going to be rough. Long field here for the Ravens. Got to make something happen. Yeah, the big thing, too, is with the kicking in the NFL is in the NFL, the goalposts are what is it, like more than like 14? Hold on. How much narrower are NFL goalposts than, let's just do college, because it goes. So the official crossbar width for high school and college, or for high school, is 23.4, while in the NCAA and NFL, it's 18.6. So you lose, like 5 feet of space, basically, in moving up. I thought that NFL's was narrower than college. Oh, they're both the same, 18 feet, 6 inches. Okay, good to know. So hitting in between the middle consistently is a huge thing in the NFL. I think my favorite thing would be to practice onside kicks. I think they don't get creative enough in their onside kick attempts, which we don't see a ton of them, but I mean, if you're onside kicking against the Ravens, you've got a pretty good chance right now, just based upon the numbers, not to show hate, but oh my God, they're showing a barbecue commercial right now. My stomach just dropped and literally like growled at me. Me and the girlfriend, it's like a weekly tradition. We go get Mission's barbecue. My go-to is usually lean brisket and pulled pork, but I forgot. I actually didn't get brisket this week. I got pulled chicken and pulled pork. Also, if you go to Mission's, you got to get the cornbread, and you got to ask them for honey and butter. You lather some butter on the top of your cornbread, and then whatever your fork, drizzle your honey onto your cornbread, whatever you're about to take that one bite. Don't put a bunch of honey. Don't slap it. We ain't trying to get sticky and nasty up in here, We clean eaters. Drizzle the honey just on where you're going to bite. I'm telling you, it'll change the end of your meal. Donna says, hi, I'm in here for the first time. Welcome in, Donna. Appreciate you coming in. It's definitely been a rough game here in Cleveland. Like I said, we knew the run game was not going to look as good as it has in the past games. It's just Cleveland's run defense is ranked way higher than the past 5 teams we've played against. Basically, almost 4 out of the 5 past teams we've played have been a top or a bottom 20 or under run defense. It's as simple as that, We've got it. I've not liked the play calling concepts. Trips right here. Mark Andrews, the solo tight end left. Halfback align right. Zay Flowers, motion left here. We've got a good change by the defense. Browns bring a little pressure, and we're throwing to Zay on that side, and that's a gain of what looks like maybe about 5 yards out of bounds on the left side. 11:24 here left in this game. Oh, Seth telling us we got to update. Another touchdown in the Eagles game. It's now 34-17. Eagles over the Bengals. That's what we like to see. We want to take a commanding lead of the AFC North. We need the Steelers to lose now. 2nd and 4. Lamar going to keep it, run with it, and makes the first man miss. Makes the second man miss. Oh my God. Just puts the brakes on. Donna says, I'm here in Baltimore. What missions are you talking about? I don't know if they're actually in Baltimore. I actually live down here in Florida now. I've lived in Baltimore, Maryland, of course. I've lived in Colorado, South Carolina, Arkansas, Ohio, Florida, and even more. And oh my God, Lamar just overthrew Isaiah Likely so bad. Likely didn't have anyone within 10 yards of him. And we've got a flag on the play as well. Missions, though, actually, the Missions owner has a picture with Lamar. So I don't know if there's any Missions barbecue in Baltimore, but they're a chain barbecue franchise. And there are no barbecue places usually chain-wise I will support. But Missions barbecue is damn good barbecue for a chain restaurant. Damn good. Still, though, again, I grew up in the South. I've been to a lot of different places. The best barbecue I've ever had in my life was in Bentonville, Arkansas, a small little family-owned place near the Walmart home office. Tiny little small-owned place. Lamar going to keep it again. The cameraman didn't know where to go on that one. The cameraman went to Lamar, went back to the halfback, and then went back to Lamar because he had no clue, bro. 2nd and 5. My God, my stomach is killing me. I'm going to die. And Lamar keeps it again. What is going on here? Why has Lamar ran 3 straight quarterback keepers? Like, what is going on with the play calling today? Like, let's watch here. Is this run from the get-go? I mean, this is maybe option, like, but Lamar holds it. That's what just happened. Like, what was that play calling? 3rd and 14, empty back. Oh, no. They see it. This is where you should go empty backfield here. Wide 9 look here for the Browns as they pass rush. Lamar's got all the time in the world. Still time. He's going deep, and he's got a wide. Oh, my God. It hit Bateman in the face. Bateman wide open, and it just thunk. I know the sun is causing problems for these wide receivers, and Bateman kind of falls as he's trying to come back and stop for this ball. And just, what just happened? Oh, Donna says, I love mint. That's why I asked. I like, there's one here in Florida, and it's like me and my girlfriend's go-to. Like, absolutely love Mission's barbecue. Like, and Stout out here to punt the ball away. And good punt here. Caught at the 21. He's going to get the return, though. He's got some room. And good tackle. I'm guessing that's pretty good return. That was around Cleveland's 45. Man. Oh, all right, Ravens defense, you've got to bring pressure, man. The front four is not getting there. Our zone's getting picked apart. We've had some really good blitzes. We cannot let the communication issues get to us, too. We've had multiple miscommunications, and Lamar is trying to say something to his guys on the sideline there. And I'm going to officially, it's 4th quarter, so I'm closing betting on the game. Play action, Watson going short right, just a little outlet pass to his tight end, and that's a gain of, honestly, 5 yards, it looks like. And Jameis is definitely a way better passer than Deshaun Watson is, and it's easy to see. Like, Seth says, terrible passing. How does Bateman drop that ball? I mean, the drops, like Aguilar's had some really bad drops today, too. Eddie Jackson on the defensive side. The offense and the defense needs to spend some extra times on the jugs machine this week. That's for sure. And Foreman with the run. Ooh, he's going to be just short of the first down, maybe by a yard. And here's the thing. You can do jugs machine all you want. But unless you need to do the jugs machine with someone right beside you, right behind you. The other wide receivers, you should be doing jugs machine concentration style. One with like the ball going like through other people's hands. That trains your eye. Then you need to train your body and mentality that you're used to getting hit as you I don't know if he got it. Looks like the refs are going to give him on the QB sneak. But so you train first with guys in front of you, in your eyesight. So if that ball gets through, you can catch it. Second part of your training, you should have someone on your hip. You should have someone grabbing as you're catching that ball, kind of on your hip, on your waist, hitting you on the back. Maybe give you a little bit of push into the ball. You should train even on a jugs machine for contact and concentration. If you just sit there and you stand in front of a jugs machine with no one around you and you catch balls, cool, great. But that's not really going to help you in the long run. 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line of the Browns. Play action again. No pressure from the Ravens once again. And Hamilton tries to make a jump there, but once again, I continue to try to tell what's the problem here, and the Ravens make no adjustment. The Ravens are only bringing a front four blitz. They are bringing no pressure, and the Ravens are getting picked apart. Either they're sitting in zone coverage or just even when you give a guy, if you give a guy 5 to 7 seconds to throw the ball, that's hard for your corners to cover even in man coverage. Run going left here, a little outside zone, and nothing that time. Donna says, I'm a 23-year-old TV sportscaster. I dig you are. I'm very critical. Just know you are. And I know, Donna, I wish, even like when I play like NBC for Peacock and I watch the game, I notice I am behind local TV, and it is so frustrating. I haven't owned cable TV in like 15 years, and it's so frustrating. I try very hard to get ahead, but I can't, sadly. Hold on, let me get the my apologies, getting that person out of there. That's really cool though, Donna. That's something like I would love to get into. I'm too old now. I'm 34. I don't have a college degree in it, but that's really cool. Donna. That's like almost like a dream job in a sense for me. I'd rather be working in the scouting department, to be honest with you, but I started there's a few reasons I started streaming. One, I really wanted to help people, and without a platform and money, you can't do anything really to help people. Secondly, I really hated the coverage of the Baltimore Ravens on a national level. And if you're going to complain about a problem but not be part of the solution, please don't complain about it, you know? So we're a lot about fixes and solutions here on the channel. So if you're going to complain about it, be part of the solution. So this is me being part of the solution in a sense. And again, I also would love to work in scouting, and this is a good first step into doing it. I do my draft specials every year, and I nail them. And, oh, bong! Oh, it's good? I thought it was no good. No. I want to watch the replay. They're saying, though, the kick is good by Cleveland. So that's going to bring it to a 23-17 lead for Cleveland. Let's watch. It's hooking right. Oh, it doinks, but it goes in off the right goalpost, but in. That's just lucky for Browns. Getting a little luck finally on their side. I'm about to say, Donna, who do you, or is it one of like the Baltimore local channels that you do? I'm about to say, if so, I'll have to make sure to like drop in one day. Find their Facebook page and be like, you know, Donna is by far your most talented broadcaster on the network. Truly brings a unique perspective to their XYZ job and descriptions. Truly deserves a raise. Hype you up, gloss you a little bit for your employer. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, no. Like, I'm going to make sure to get your name. So when I go leave this review on your Google review page, because not enough people go and give that good Google review. And when it comes to performance review time, nothing's better for your case than a Google review that's a 5-star with your name on it. You know what I'm saying? Collier returning again on this play and down at what looks like the 26, and we've got a late flag on the play. Seth says the Lions are up now 52-14 on Tennessee. That is I feel like Detroit is trying to make a statement in a sense. You know what I mean? Like a serious statement. And we've got a penalty on Baltimore. Oh no. Block in the back by Kolar. That's going to back up the Ravens after that. Is that half the distance to the goal? Is that 10-yard? What is that? Like, and again, that pass hit Bateman in the face, bro. And Lamar saying, bro, help me catch the ball. And I understand what they're talking about. Bateman lost from 4:49. This is basically the game, guys. We've got a 4-minute drill. We've got to score. Baltimore's offense has to get going here. Cleveland brings 4. They've got a quarterback spy, though. Lamar buying time. Still buying time. He's going to run with it, though. He's got 10 yards and some. Still going. Dives for it, and that's going to be almost a 20-yard gain, I believe. And that's what Baltimore's offense needed. And that's crazy. They had a spy. You saw the spy right here. Right there, number 30, 36, something. He's spying Lamar. He drops out of his spy duties to go to the halfback who's sneaking out of the left side. And like they're showing, there's nowhere for Baltimore to pass this ball. There are no receivers open downfield. Way too many vertical concepts. Monken's got to start calling something underneath here. And Lamar going to keep it running right side here. And hurdles a man still on his feet. That's a gain of like 6 yards or so, maybe 7. Second and short, 3:59. Clock stops with Lamar going out of bounds on the right side of the field. And look at him. He's getting ready to hurdle Newsom. Newsom goes high, 3 Browns players, and he still just bowls people over as he jumps. Like, I really wish Mark Andrews would have delivered a slightly better block on that. And Donna, I like that you're critical because I'm a very critical person too. Correction made out of love is a beautiful thing. Just because I'm trying to correct you or make a change or I'm critiquing you doesn't mean I don't like you or I'm like, I'm against you. It means that I love you. I want you to be at 100%. I want you to do the best, be the best, and succeed. And look at this. Zay Flowers wide open. The zone cover 3 late to get there. Zay's asking for a hit to the helmet. This ball now on the 34-yard line. Ravens almost at the red zone. There's Mark Andrews with a catch. First down on just a little curl route sitting in that zone coverage. 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and ticking here. Baltimore does need to be careful, though. Even if they score a touchdown, they do need to make sure they don't leave too much time on the clock. Cleveland does only need a field goal to win the game if Baltimore gets a touchdown. So very, very careful here. With 2nd and 1, I would really like to see a run here. Just get the first down and use your time. I would even take it to a 2-minute warning. We've got all 3 timeouts. No need to rush this here. Maximize playtime usage. Lamar, shotgun, going to pass left. Sets up a man underneath. There's Zay Flowers, the 10, the 5, and he dives. He's down at the 1-yard line, and this is not good play calling by the Ravens. This is bad clock management, in my opinion. If we don't win this game, mark my words, I am going to come back to this exact moment. With 2:40 play calling, too much time. Like I said, I would have rather seen a run, get the first down there on a 2nd and 1. We are now at 2:41, and they stop the clock. 1st and goal. Toss play going left. Henry, and he's going to get in. And that's great. The Ravens take the lead. That's exactly what I want. But, barring the PAT, Baltimore has a 1-point lead. Cleveland now has 2 minutes, 36 seconds left to score and has all 3 timeouts. Baltimore's defense has to come out here and do something they haven't done today very often. Stop this offense. Ken Dorsey calling this offense for Jameis Winston and the Browns, and Baltimore has not been the best today. I mean, right now, where is it? My apologies. I clicked the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 moment. I'll get it back up. Box score. That's what I'm looking for. I'm so sorry. But yeah, Jameis 21-32 for 260 yards. Chubb 16-52. They've shown the ability to slowly dink and dunk, move the ball down the field a little bit. Baltimore has shown that when they only bring 4, they do not get pressure, and that Cleveland moves the ball on them. This is terrifying. Sentinel says, holy shit. Azo, my moderator, coming in. Welcome in, Azo. I should not even have checked the game, bro. Azo, I wish you could have been here so you could have been like, bro, Levi is so spot on, like with everything he said. Ken Dorsey, Sentinel says, I can't believe Ken Dorsey has crab legs playing. And that's what I'm saying, man. Jameis is a better quarterback than Deshaun. Let's be honest. He's a way better passer. He opens up the vertical part of the game. He's just as good a scrambler as Deshaun was. Like, let's keep it real. I think Jameis is a better quarterback than Deshaun is. If you could get Jameis to cut the turnovers, Jameis is not a bad quarterback. But again, Baltimore's had communication issues on defense. They're only bringing 4, and when they bring the 4, they're not getting pressure. And usually when they're bringing the 4, they're playing zone, and the zone is getting picked apart. And like I just said it, for those that weren't here just a second ago, I was already saying that the Ravens needed to be mindful of leaving too much time on the clock. And on that 2nd and 1 where we got the long play to Zay, we should have ran the ball and used the time correctly. Now, with 2:4:36, Cleveland going to get a good... Oh, they're getting this ball on the 15 to return. So tackled at the 32. So Cleveland not even 40 yards to field goal range right now with 2 minutes, 30 seconds and all 4 timeouts. That was absolute botched clock management by the Ravens. But as long as we win, it doesn't matter. But if somehow the Browns come back and win this game, it was there, mark my words, put the stream marker, Ravens brass. Why did you stop listening to me after I got you the touchdown? Welcome in Pusher, by the way. Winston is good. He's the turnovers heading to work. Ravens defense. Yeah, we gotta stop. There's not gonna be a lot. And like Seth said, we gotta stop the run. Michael Pearson, Urban out, and there's 4, no pressure, and bad pass by Winston finally. Oh my God, he caught that, bro! What a one-handed catch there by. Was that Moore? And there they're showing Jameis has 13 career game-winning drives. 2 minutes, 15 seconds, 2nd and 8 after the short pass. Ravens look like they're in a cover 2 look here. Man coverage, bringing 4. It's absolutely man coverage. And, oh my God, the slant pass caught. He's got the first down and down at the 45-yard line of the Browns. And that's the 2-minute warning. And I hate to say, that's what I want to see. I want to see the Ravens send some pressure, man up, send some pressure. I'm going to be honest. Jameis is not running the ball. Man up, send some pressure. Send some pressure. Hold on. I know what's going on here. I stopped rubbing the lucky ball. That's what happened, guys. Hold on. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right, hold on. Again, we don't like to be about just all problems. Let's talk about the solution. The short passing game is killing us. I'd love to bring some pressure here a little bit. We've seen several times Kyle Hamilton faking the corner blitz that he came in on a lot and then backing out, taking away that 2 zone, the flat basically. Jameis, I feel like if I pulled up his pass completion chart, has completed more passes to the interior than he has to the exterior. Weirdly, would that be too much? That would be too much. Honestly, I want to run right now double A gap blitz, cover 1. I think the Ravens need to stop playing cover 2 and play cover 1 a little more. Their corners are good. You've got to man up. You can't let them take you apart. You've got to drop a safety. I want cover 1 right here, double A gap blitz. Send it up the middle at Jameis. Let him know it's coming so we can start messing with him and dropping people off the line a little more. Take away that curl route that he's running to Njoku. Haven Peck says, if the Browns bounce back, it will be a miracle. I mean, I wouldn't call it a miracle, but because, I mean, if you look at how the game's been going, basically, it's not a surprise what's going on right now. But the Ravens defense, in the lack of adjustments, or just making adjustments and then getting beat on the adjustments, is alarming to me. It's something we discussed a little bit in the preseason. We talked about, though, in the preseason that when we got our full personnel back, that it would probably disappear a little bit and not be as much of an issue. We saw that happen. But now that we're down to D linemen, like even on that big play, the touchdown earlier for the Browns, Travis Jones and Matabike were not in for that down. Ravens bring a blitz, and no flag. Jalen Armour Davis in tight coverage. I'm glad the Ravens listen. See, there we go. Tight coverage, Ravens blitz. And I know not having Marlon and Nate Wiggins in this game is definitely hampering the Ravens' ability to play in man coverage, but you got to trust your guys. Mollett and Davis back. Sponge says, Tom McCarthy is a great answer. He's the announcer for the Phillies. Oh, R.I.P. And another blitz. Oh, what the heck was that? No, no, I am not letting that get away. Hold up. We got to talk about that. Ravens brought a blitz, whoever the secondary guy was. Instead of going for the quarterback, he went right. He literally went away from Jameis at 138. Hold on. I'm going to make a meme out of that. 125. They are 5 yards from the field goal target line. Short pass left, and did it hit the ground or did Njoku catch it? And didn't catch it. We've got a timeout called too after the no catch. Oh, no, it is a catch. 2nd and 3. And again, we are not taking away the short throws. We are playing zone and getting picked apart. Are you kidding me, Ravens? And like they're saying, he's already in field goal range. It's just where he ideally wants to be. The Browns now can run the ball, nothing else. And they're lining up empty set. Oh, no, that's not good for the Browns. What is with the... Every Raven is in at least almost 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And Jameis delivers a bad ball here. I mean, Ravens were trying to come downhill on that, but that's a bad play call by the Browns, in my opinion. 3rd and 7. Oh, my God. This is why I'm slowly losing my hair, guys. I'm balding because of the Ravens, I guess. 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down. Ravens show double A-gap blitz like I wanted to from the get-go. Man coverage, cover 0 across the board. And no! What is with that coverage? Why are you so far back? Why do you not react the moment your defender breaks? Ravens had a man in Jameis's face. He delivers a perfect ball on the right sideline. And that's not only a catch, but a 1st down for the Browns. Oh my God, and of course my stream's like cutting out now. Oh, come on, what is this? Give me the game back, give me the game back. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me on this. Like I said, of course my game like just cuts out. I'm trying to get a stream back up so I can watch. Oh, that stream's down too. We got multiple streams down right now. Trying to get the game back. Oh, come on. Somebody get this game back up for us. What just happened? I'm going to have to go off the game cast. I literally don't have the game right now. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. I have nothing more than what y'all have. Oh, we got the game back. Okay. We've got double flags. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, we got a false start on the Browns. Yes, that's going to back them up. False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Play 1st down. Oh, let's go. Seth's saying the defense can't do anything. 1st and 15. Ball on the 39-yard line. So Cleveland's still in field goal range, but are they going to pass it here? They're still passing. And, oh, it's picked up on no! Are you serious? Are you serious? Jameis throws a gimme to Kyle Hamilton. Lofts the ball. Kyle Hamilton fumbles it 3 times and drops it. Could have been the game-sealing interception. What is going on with the Ravens? And of course, all of my streams are going down right now. Like, I haven't seen anything past that play yet. Oh, come on. Like, you're kidding me here. All the streams are going down, dude. That's fucking rough. Come on. Come on. Oh, and Jameis just threw a touchdown? What? What? the Ravens will have a chance to score. That's actually better. I'm not going to lie. That's low-key better for us than not getting a chance to respond. Like, oh, they're going to go for 2, though. Baltimore will have 1 timeout in about 59 seconds. Oh, my God. What is this game right now? I'm guessing their kicker was kicking into the wind and they didn't want to take a chance. Cleveland going for 2. Broderick with pressure. Jameis gets the ball off, and it's no good. And just like that, it's a 5-point ball game with 59 seconds left. And Eddie Jackson beat on the blitz here. And Tillman just runs by Eddie Jackson. That's bad, man. Oh, my God. And that's what I'm saying, Sentinel. 59 seconds with a timeout is way better, in my opinion, than not having any time and then kicking a field goal and winning, basically, by 1. I mean, it's not over with Lamar Jackson. 59 seconds in a timeout. 5 wide. Let's start fucking... So here's the thing, Monken. 3 deep routes, 2 short routes every time. It's as simple as that. Always give Lamar something crossing, running over the middle that he can get to, that can make a quick adjustment and push, of course, vertically the defense. 5 wide on everything. Let Lamar run if he wants to. Ravens can still win this. It's not over. Here we go. Hopkins with the kick, of course, and no return on this one. This one's just going to go through the end zone. Whoo! Rub the lucky ball, rub the lucky ball, rub the lucky ball. I'm going to take a hit of my pen off camera real quick. We got the lucky ball in hand. 59 seconds. 70 yards to go for the Ravens. They need a touchdown to win. A little bit of orbit motion here. It's a zone coverage from the Browns all day. Lamar over the middle. Got a man. First down. Look, get it going. Oh, is our Browns player hurt though? Okay, nope. He got up quickly. And Ravens going to clock the ball. That's a smart call. 44 seconds. So we lost 10 seconds for 10 yards. Oh, we got to pick up the pace, though. 10 yards for 10 seconds with 54 seconds left means we get 50 yards. We need 70. So we got to get ahead of that pace a little bit. But not bad play to come out for the first one. Lamar Jackson, 11 career game-winning drives. One last week against Cincinnati. Let's make it work here. 4 wide. Ball on the 42. Lamar with a really good pocket. Deep down the left sideline. He's got a man. Did he get out of bounds? Browns clock's rolling. So Zay running to the middle of the field here. And they need a spike. And I think the Ravens called a timeout. They did. There's no way Cleveland just used it. Okay. Ravens used their last timeout. I don't know if that was the right call to use it there, to be honest with you. And that's, yeah, Zay almost got out of bounds. Almost. Let's go. Come on. Make it happen. Bunch formation here for the Ravens. Motion strong left. Jackson, pretty good pocket. Little shuffle pass to Hill. He needs better than that. Hill, though, making something happen. He's down at the 23. Ravens need to clock the ball. Ravens need to clock it. Clock. 21 seconds. Ravens are 23 yards away from the end zone. I am officially, guys, going to turn off the Gamecast with that as well. I'm sorry, but I don't want the Gamecast ruin it for me. Please no spoilers in the chat with 21 seconds left in this game. We're going to enlarge the camera. 2nd and 10, and we've got a timeout by Cleveland. So Baltimore are going to get some time here. Steve-O says, maybe Kyle... Dude, the entire team needs jug machines, bro. Irene, welcome in. Looks like we got a Brown fan. Yeah, I mean, looks like the entire Ravens team needs jug machines, legitimately. Oh, my God. I need another hit of my pin. I'm leaning off camera because I don't advocate for hitting my vape pin on... So I don't do it on camera. And like they're saying, good timeout by Cleveland, getting their win back underneath them a little bit after the timeout. 2nd and 10. Ball officially, 24-yard line. Trips formation right. Browns are playing so far 10, 15 yards off. Lamar is going to have to roll out. He's going to chuck it to the end zone and just going to throw that incomplete. 14 seconds left in this game. Ravens need the touchdown with 14 seconds left. You know Browns are playing cover 4 right now. Prevent defense, essentially. Ravens need a good play where they throw it short, but they have a guy designed route-wise to be deeper that's actually just going to be a blocker after they catch the ball, is what the Ravens need right now. And Cleveland taking another timeout. That's another good. Cleveland using every timeout basically to make sure their defensive players are at 100% strength. So the announcer's saying Ravens should go to Mark Andrews here. We'll find out, right? 3rd and 10. I mean, Ravens only have time for 2 more plays. They only have 3rd and 4th down. So Ravens basically either have to go for it on end zone or get the first down, and then maybe they can get 2 quick shots. But they'd have to get a first down with going out of bounds. Here we go. Big play. Again, all the Browns players super far off. This is like a prevent defense. Jackson, buying time, rolling out right. He's going to have to throw it. He's running out of time. Cross his body. Oh, it hits Zay in the hands. Incomplete. And with 3 seconds left on the clock, and that's just, Lamar's got to throw that sooner. If you've got a ball that's about the same as that, you've got to throw it a little sooner. And like they're saying, it's not a worst case scenario because we get 1 more shot. But I mean, this is everyone's going to be on the end zone basically. If you're the Browns, yeah, the nearest Browns defender to the line of scrimmage is 11 to 12 yards deep. And Browns use their final timeout of the game. They're going to make sure there is no chance they're not ready for this. And with 23 yards, it's kind of too far for Lamar to run it as well. We probably know how this is about to end, but here we go. Here we go. Nearest Browns defender is like 14, almost 15 yards deep. They've got no one. 4 Browns rushing. Lamar going to have to roll out right. He's buying time. He's made a man miss. He's got good time. He pump fakes. He's throwing deep. And oh, his man falls down. There are no flags on the field. And with that, Cleveland's going to walk away with the victory today. Baltimore definitely had issues on defense, definitely had issues on offense. That's a rough one. Congratulations, honestly, to the Cleveland Browns. They played a fantastic game. Game planning, everything that they did, it was well done. You can't be, too mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. And Lamar, very upset, slamming the helmet at the end of the play. I don't know if he was looking for a flag or if he's just mad his guy fell down. Clearly, though, the receivers let Lamar down a little bit today. The drops were inexcusable. The defensive drops, inexcusable. The Browns played a really good game, but the Ravens lost this game. They lost this game through the drops on offense and defensive side of the ball. They lost by some bad play designs. I think they lost the game by getting a little too pass-heady on some drives and not running the ball. I would have liked to have seen a few different styles of runs differently. At the end of the day, though, the Ravens didn't play a horrible game. They didn't turn the ball over a lot. They, Lamar played a pretty good game. He bought some time. Ronnie Stanley did not have as strong of a game as he usually does. And it's clear that the changes on the offensive line, the quarterback position, and the offensive coordinator for the Browns clearly are working in their favor, and they should roll with those options moving forward. Of course, Browns had 6 O-linemen on IR or out today. That is huge that they were able to do what they are able to do so far this season. Ken Dorsey, the former Buffalo Bill coordinator, of course, taking over play calling duties today. And, of course, Jameis Winston getting the start for the injured Deshaun Watson. Hell of a game. This is why, even though I'm a ginger, I'm slowly balding because the Ravens constantly are doing this to me. Looks like we got a final. Green Bay squeaked one out 30-27 over Jacksonville. So a good game there. New England beat the Jets 25-21. Tampa drops 2 in a row. This one to Atlanta in a close 5-point game. We had some good games in the 1 o'clock slot, guys. But tough break. It was Terrordome. I appreciate y'all for dropping in. Famous Jameis, time to shine in Cleveland. Maybe he'll be the next Baker. He'll throw for 4K yards, and then Cleveland fans will turn on him. And he'll probably go to where's Jameis going after Cleveland? Because, they'll turn on him after 2 years, and he'll probably go and have great years like Baker. Who's it going to be? He already played for the Saints and the Panthers, so he's not going back there. Jets. He'll go to the Jets. I could see the Jets making that move and it working out. They finally, don't spend a ton of money on a quarterback and it works out. Oak says, I feel you, brother. My Bengals lost too. I know, man. Ridiculous. Azo, oh, your phone died. My bad, man. Spongy says, Levi, wasn't I right? I mean, Hamilton had the pick and dropped it, and Eddie Jackson had a pick and dropped it, basically. That's what I'm saying. The Ravens offense and defense needs to hit the jug machines after today. So many things I didn't like. We had such a lack of adjustment. The front 4 pressure's not getting there, and when it's not getting there, we're not doing anything else to fix it. And our zone coverages are getting picked apart. Now, you can argue this. The Ravens defense was a little handicapped today. No Nate Wiggins, who's playing outstanding. No Marlon Humphrey, who's our number 1 corner. And no David Ojabo, our edge rusher, who's been very, very critical part of the pass rush rotation. That really does hurt basically 3 starters, in a sense, out of the lineup. But at the end of the day, that's what I believe NFL coaches get paid to do. You get paid when things aren't well, when you don't have the best players to make things work and figure out something out. So rise to the challenge of coaching. Oak says we need the Giants to go off. I know, right?
Seth says, for some reason, we always lose in Cleveland. We do. Now, that is now. So, like we talked about, Ravens. Hold on, let me get my stat line back out here for this game. So, Ravens lead the all-time series in versus Cleveland, 36-14. But Baltimore has now dropped 4 out of the last 6 games. So Cleveland has won 4 out of the last 6 meetings against Baltimore. They just have our number, man. And usually that defense is a big part of it, and they showed up today. Nicholas says, was that 4? You're right. And that's what I'm saying, Nicholas. That was 4 dropped picks by the defense. And some of them were like high school players could have made the picks. I don't know if high school players could have got there and understand the coverage and kept up, but in terms of pure catch, 1 or 2 high schoolers could have got. Bailey Botre says, dropping passes, dropping interceptions. Don't even get me started on our DBs. And again, Bailey Botre, no Nate Wiggins, no Marlon Humphrey. But again, no pass rush. Absolutely no pass rush at all by the Ravens. That was the killer for us. It really was. You know, you could, if we only rush 4 and we drop into his zone coverage, I mean, Jameis had sometimes more than 5 seconds before buying time. And you can't do that against Jameis. You can't, man. But at the end of the day, you could also argue every one of those dropped interceptions would have changed the game and won the game. Any single one of those dropped interceptions would have changed and possibly won the game for us. The pass caught by Bateman, all these drops, a very winnable game. There's nothing to freak out for. If you're a Ravens fan, if you're part of Raven Flock, let's do the Aaron Rodgers here. Take a deep breath. It's okay. The Ravens played a pretty good game. The drops were killer. There were some bad mental mistakes. Let's clean it up. Let's get ready for Denver. And let's go win a game and go back on a win streak. I'm really hoping to, fingers crossed, guys. So Brandon Perna of That's Good Sports, I reached out to him and a bunch of guys to do preview shows this season. We've got like 7 preview shows lined up for the rest of the season. A lot of the guys that answered me and hit me back up were for opponents later in the season. We've got a collab with a Giants fan of Breaking Tackles podcast. We've got a Houston collab with 713 Sports. Spongie's going to do one with us for the Eagles game. I've got a member of Locked On Chargers of the Locked On Sports Network. We're going to do a preview of the Los Angeles Chargers Har Bowl. And then, of course, Brandon Perna actually reached back out to me very quickly and said he'd do a show with me. Just hit him up, later October. I hit him up the other day. I haven't checked my responses yet, which would be huge, and I really hope it happens. But if it doesn't, at the end of the day, I ain't going to be mad. I ain't even going to be disappointed. He's such a big streamer that, it was a pipe dream to even do a preview show with him to start with. So we'll hope for it. Oh, Jamar just handed someone a pick. Ooh, the real school psychologist. The Ravens, the one team that blows up your parlay. Oh, I'm sorry. Your parlay got ruined. Mark says defense stinks. The team is not Super Bowl ready. Keep saying that we have. And my problem with the defense, Mark, is it's not that we don't have personnel. I know Nate was out. I know Marlo was out. But the lack of adjustment by the defense is something I've been saying since the beginning of preseason. So for all the hardcore Raven fans, let me give you something. If you weren't here for the preseason with me, where I still even covered preseason games like this, my one huge glaring hole that really scared me that I saw in the preseason as someone that watches the game was when we didn't have the starters in, we were getting abused in the run game. Our defensive line, specifically on the right side, the left side of the offensive line of the opposing team, they were running inside zone left guard nonstop and destroying us. We couldn't stop that run if it was a nosebleed. You know what I'm saying? And I talked about it a lot in the preseason. I said, you know what? It's preseason. When you get Beak, Pierce, and Jones back and Urban back in that lineup, that problem's probably going to disappear. However, the thing is this, it's preseason, and I know it's going to disappear, But what I want to see from the defensive coordinator is, hey, we've been abused. We got abused all 3 games on the same exact play. And I screamed it. And I said, here's the thing. As a defensive coordinator, this is good practice. Let's say this is happening during the regular season. Are you just going to ignore it and let teams run the same play and set up their game plan? Or do you shut it down and enforce your defensive mentality? And there was not a single time the Ravens did anything to make an adjustment. And again, I said this is preseason, but this is a very alarming thing because if this problem happens, I want to see the defensive coordinator show the ability to adjust and fix a problem. And yes, it's preseason, but if that carries over, I'm terrified. And if you've been with me for the majority of the season so far, I've been very critical of the defense's ability to make adjustments and cover over the middle. And what did we see today? Problems covering over the middle. Problem with adjustments. We had no answer to this, like the short passing game that they had. No answer. And Njoku ate us. Mark says, Bailey says, when we go play the Lions and Vikings, oh God, no. I know the NFC North technically is the best division in football right now based upon numbers. Like, the Ravens got me week 2. Not again. Glad I picked the Lions and Survivor. I'm happy for you, Steve. I'm happy for you. But with that, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up for the day. Get the old calendar up here. So, of course, our second game for this week is going to be the Halloween game. We are planning to be live on Halloween, but early in the week, Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time, we do our show. Not our show, I'm sorry. We join David McNiner for the show. Corey Davis Lockdown Picks. That's where we work through like an ESPN style pick'ems, making every selection who we think is going to win and lose for the week. It's a really good show. We do it in honor of our friend Corey Davis, the 49er fan who passed away. R.I.P. Corey. But 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check it out. We got a bunch of people on the show. Thursday, we've got the doubleheader action. We've got fantasy football starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we'll take a small break and we'll be covering Houston versus New York Jets on Thursday night football for Halloween. Friday night, we've got Jackbox Gaming at 9 p.m. This actually might be our first ever poker night, where what I might do is actually host an online poker Q&A kind of style night, where we might sit around, have some drinks, play some poker and other card games in like an online room. And, I got to do some exploring on it throughout the week. Be sure to check out my Twitter, Darwin's Raven 20 on Twitter for the updates. But like Jackbox Games, even if you don't join us on the stream, our chat members can actually join the games as well. There's drawing games, trivia games. It's an adult humor style game where we sit back after a long week on Friday, have a drink, and, just have some fun. And then, of course, Baltimore versus Denver on the 3rd, Sunday at 1 p.m. As soon as I get the show scheduled with Brandon Perna, hopefully this week, if he does schedule with me, I'll get that up on Twitter as well as post something up on my YouTube. But thank y'all so much. This has been one of the best streams we've had in a while, view count-wise and concurrent viewers. Every single one of y'all honestly keeps me coming back every week. I have those internal doubts that I struggle with, and y'all really help me push through. I love and thank every single one of y'all for coming back. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Like my boy Joe Swanson says before you head out. I always try to find that. Oh, of course it's, my camera. I was like, what is going on with that? My camera's covering it. I'm so dumb. Like my boy Joe Swanson says, smash that like button before we head on out of here. Make sure you hit this like, subscribe, turn on your notifications for every time I go live. I don't go live for dumb, pointless reasons. You'll never find that from me. And I hope every single one of y'all enjoys the rest of your weekend. I hope your fantasy football teams are doing well. I hope you win your matchups, unless I'm playing against you in my other 2 fantasy football leagues. And we'll get it corrected next week, Raven Flock. It'll be all right. Later, Bailey. Later, Steve-O, Oak, school psychologist, Mark, Seth, Terror Dome, Oak, Nicholas, Sponge, Azo, Sentinel, David McNiner, Irene, John J, everyone. Y'all, Haven, I appreciate y'all. Y'all really keep me going. Hopefully, I'll have some kicking content coming up here soon. Like I said, I might go see if I can still kick 50 yards, and if I can, I might make some content doing some punting and field goal work. Maybe I can get a job somewhere. There's a couple NFL agents that live near me, but it's been fun. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go eat some leftover barbecue from Missions Barbecue. It's been